right, let's go ahead and I'm just going live on YouTube here. Making sure we are up live on YouTube. All right, there we go. Got that up. All right, y'all give me just one moment. Where's my Zoom meeting at? Admit in the Meadows. Where's my Zoom meeting board at? Come on. Oh, there it is, right? Okay, got it. Meeting is live stream. Well, I see how to get everything in now. All right. I got so many windows open. Y'all have to forgive me here. I've been doing so much when it comes to this easily. We're gonna have about an hour after the meet. After we do our training, I'm gonna spend about an hour, maybe 2 hours, giving y'all an update on Easy Lease. So for those of you that want to stick around after the training tonight and see what's going on with Easy Lease, you're more than welcome to. I promise you, it's gonna be exciting, and I've got some new opportunities that are associated with Easy Lease for our National Dispatchers Network members. We have positions available that are only going to be offered to members of the National Dispatchers Network. Okay, and the pay is very, very unique. It's a pay structure that has never been done before. So I think y'all are going to find it very exciting. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So we get started on time. We are on YouTube. Let me go ahead and pull up my YouTube people here. I've got a lot of stuff going on, so I've got a lot of stuff up. So there's a lot of things that I've got going on here, and I don't want to close them out because I'm still working on the site. So you are not. Hold on. For some reason, there we go. All right. Why is it coming through on here and not my headset? That I don't understand. Y'all give me a moment. Y'all give me a moment. I'm just trying to get everything straight with where we are. And I'll take care of that in just a second. I'm not sure why it's coming through on my system, but not on my headset. One moment. Dismiss. All right, so there we go. All right. All right, y'all give me just one moment. I gotta try to let everybody in. Gotta let everybody in. We got a lot of people, a lot of new people who have joined us. So we got a lot of new people on tonight. I'm letting everybody in. Let me figure out my mic situation. See what's going on with my mic. Security, video feed, record. Where's my mic situation at? How am I coming through? All right. Mute audio use as the background, video feed, pen, flip, self. Okay, I'm not sure why my headset is not picking up, and everything is coming through the system, through my computer and not through my headset. Someone has a mic open. Please mute your mic. I'm probably gonna have to mute everybody. Y'all give me a moment. All right, here we go. Switch to long tech mic headset.
All right. I think, did that do it? Nope, that did not do it. Yeah. Speaker, headphone, real tech audio, same as system. Speaker, long tech headset, ACO. All right, there we go. That's better. Now I got it. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and start my recording, and we'll get started. Let me let Michelle in. All right. Audio settings. I'm going to have to mute everyone because someone has a mic open, and I need you all to mute your mic. So, I'm trying to see how I can mute everyone because we got somebody's mic that is wide open and it's causing disruption in our broadcast. Y'all give me a second. Okay, mute all. There we go. All right. Now everybody's muted. All right. All participants to unmute themselves. Yes. All right. If you need to talk, you can unmute yourselves. But as of right now, everyone is muted because I need to control the distortion in the broadcast. Let's go ahead and start my recording, and we'll get started. All right. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? I am so glad you all are back with me. I know y'all haven't seen me in a while in this format, not since last Thursday. I haven't been doing the morning load board reports because I've been working. I've been working overtime on Easily. I mean, really overtime. I've been getting about, on average, 2 to 3 hours of sleep each night. I literally wake up Easily all day. Easily go to bed, easily and wake back up again. Just trying to get this Easily thing going because it is such a, it's going to be a huge part of the industry. It is going to be huge. If you all are familiar with Turo, the ride sharing marketplace for luxury cars, we are doing the same thing for commercial trucks, box trucks, semis, trailers, the whole 9 yards. We're doing the exact same thing, but it's going to be for commercial trucks where individuals who own their own trucks can list them with our Easily website or our app, and then we will match them with people who want to lease, rent, book, however you want to call it, those vehicles, and they can go out and do that, and they'll retain 100% of their load fees. And the lease fees will be somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,250 per week, upwards to $1,900 per week. So that means that those asset owners are going to be making a lot of money, and our cut is only 20%. So it is going to be something huge. I've already got an overwhelming response from people, and I haven't even started really promoting it yet. There are no paid advertisements yet, but we've had a bunch of people to come to the site. They checked it out. They leaving messages. They're filling out the forms, and a lot of people have already expressed an interest in leasing or renting through Easily, and a lot of people have already expressed an interest in bringing their trucks over and listing them with Easily. So by the time we go live with this, it should be a big deal. But tonight is dispatch training, as we have every Thursday night here with the National Dispatchers Network, and as always, we are sponsored by the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers. Hold on here, let me share my screen. We are sponsored by the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers and the National Dispatchers Network. And RBBS is our on-site training that we have here in Tallahassee at our vocational school. It is 2 weeks of on-site training, and at the end of that training, all graduates or all those participants who pass with grades of 70 or better are guaranteed a opportunity or a career with one of the brokerage and or dispatch firms who are our hiring partners. So we offer guaranteed career placement. We're the only vocational school in the country that offers guaranteed career placement. And of course, we're also sponsored by our online training, which is the National Dispatcher Network, training in the convenience of your home. Our online platform will train you to earn $100K plus from home, dispatching freight and provide the online network tools, resources, and training to ensure your success. Our students get access to more than 100 load boards, so they don't have to pay for load boards, access to more than 140,000 hours of operational training videos, access to more than 19 million plus direct shippers. They also get access to every registered owner operator in the United States, access to our live training, access to our logistics library, access to our network of more than 2,967 industry professionals, and our most popular enrollment is just $349.95 plus tax, and monthly subscription of $39.95 per month plus tax to access all your back office tools, resources, training, and support. All right, with that being said, let me go and stop my share here and then make sure we acknowledge everybody who is on with us tonight. All right, we want to thank you all for joining us live here on Zoom. We have Sophia Moore, she has joined us. Michelle, thank you for joining us. Is that Trinidad is how you pronounce that? Trinidad? Trianda's iPad. Okay, so we have Trianda. I think this is her first time here tonight. And we have Linda.
I was here last week.
Okay, so you were here last week, but you are one of our new students.
Yeah, remember I was having trouble getting on the back office. I made you late.
Okay,
yeah.
Now I remember. I do apologize.
That's okay.
We have Linda Meadow is here. Michelle Wright is here. We have Demetra, Celinda, Quenisha, Aaliyah, and
hi, Mr. Butler.
Hey, and Eloise Smart. Thank you all for joining us live here on Zoom. Let me go ahead and acknowledge our YouTube people. One moment here, share my screen again. And we can acknowledge our YouTube people. As soon as I find my YouTube thing here, there we go. Oh, did I stop my share? I'm sorry. They're so close together. All right, acknowledge our YouTube people, what we have on YouTube tonight, who have joined us tonight on YouTube. I know y'all missed me. Larissa Adams is on YouTube. Stacy Reinford is on YouTube. K Mac on YouTube. Hey, Mr. Butler, nice to see you here. Hey, it's nice to be here. Kenson Felser is here. Thank you for joining us. Lisa Goggins, thank you for joining us. Sandra Pleasure, thank you for joining us. R. Lovett Realtor, thank you for joining us tonight. Suez. Oh, Cote, thank you for joining us. William Gill, thank you for joining us. I appreciate y'all for joining us on YouTube. As always, you all are welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you all to join us via YouTube for our dispatch training. All right, tonight is part 2 of our 6th series, How to Dispatch series. This is part 2. Last week, we went over part 1, which was locating owner-operators, showing you all how to go and locate the owner-operators in different areas of where we show y'all how to locate the owner-operators. Tonight is pitch. Okay, all right, so this is going to be kind of exciting. Tonight is the pitch, okay? What are you going to say to the owner-operators once you call them up? Because we showed y'all last week how to locate them and how to contact them and how to call them, how to get the soft calls and how to get the hard calls and all that type of stuff, right? So tonight we're going over the pitch. This is the meat and potatoes. This is probably the most important part of this entire series, because if you don't have a good pitch, if you're not able to get owner operators to sign up to your dispatch agreement, what do you have? What do you have?
Nothing.
Exactly. You have absolutely nothing if you cannot get them to sign up to your dispatch agreement. So that's what we're going to go over tonight, is the pitch. Let me go ahead and find the area here. Let me go and move this out the way so I can find my live weekly training. All right, here we go. All right, so in our back office, we're going to go to our back office. That's what I always do. Go to the more section over here. Dispatcher tools and resources is where we get to access all our back office tools and resources. Y'all give me a moment. Let me get a drink of my cup of Java here. All right. In our back office, we're going to go to the area that we have designated for tools and resources, agreements, forms, and then we got, right here. This is where your pitch is, okay? Now, I also want to let y'all know that I added something to your back office site. Yes, Does anybody want to take a guess on what we added to the back office site? We've been talking about it for a while, and I've been meaning to add it, and I finally got around to adding it. A new tool. Anybody? Yes, the lane rate calculator. The lane rate calculator. So when you all go to the load boards and you see loads on there that does not have the rate, now you can go ahead and you can get a pretty good idea of what that lane pays by going to the lane rate calculator. So it's going to be up here in our tools and resources area, and there it is right there. That is well, it says, hold up, I gotta refresh my thing here. Yeah, but for those of you who haven't refreshed your browsers in a while, always refresh your browser, because the new stuff doesn't appear until you refresh your browser. So if you're still looking at the old browser you did from last week or a couple of days ago or whatever the case may be, you're not seeing a lot of the new updated stuff. You have to refresh your browser in order for the new stuff to come up, because I'll change stuff, but until you all refresh each one of your browsers, you're not gonna see it. Like that just happened just then. So it's a good thing it happened, so I can show you all what happens if you don't refresh your browser. One moment. Waiting for this thing to pull up again. Waiting for my browser to refresh. Waiting for my browser to refresh. Let me try it again, see what happens. What's taking my browser so long to refresh? All right, we're waiting on the browser. Probably because I got so much stuff open, but I can't afford to close anything out because I've got some stuff that I'm working on that I don't want to lose, that I really do not want to lose. Come on, browser. Well, let me try this. Let me try putting in mydispatcher.org and just redoing the whole login. Y'all give me just a second. Trying to get our new browser to come up. More dispatcher tools and resources. Trying to get our new browser to come up so it can show you the new additions. And I do have a lot going on this computer right now, and I just can't afford to shut anything down. All right. So now let's go and check out the browser now. Let's see what happens. Yep, lane rate calculator. All right, so there it is. If you refresh your browser, you'll be able to see it pulls up the lane rate calculator. Now, I'm going to stop my share here for a minute because I don't want people who are not part of our platform to see what our back office tools and resources are. All right, so here is what you all are going to be getting, just so you all would know. Let me see if I can stop my YouTube, what's called, and not stop my share. Let me see here for a second here. Let me see if I can pause my YouTube, stop live stream, view live stream on YouTube. Okay, I'm trying to see how I can do this. I can pause the recording, and I can stop live stream, but I don't want to stop the live stream. I just want to pause it, but I'm not going to be able to do that. All right. I hate it when I have to do this. All right, but anyway, I pause my recording because I don't want this to show up on what you call it. But like you all always do, when you go to your back office site and you click on something, there's going to be a holding page. Okay, so before you jump to go over to that link, make sure you notice on the holding page, because on the holding page is where the username is and your passwords are. Does everybody understand that? I can't show it to you all right now because I don't want our username and password to be shown all over YouTube. But when you click on where it says rate calculator, lane rate calculator, it's going to take you to a holding page. It's going to tell you about that rate calculator and what it does. Don't just automatically run down and click the link, because if you do, you're gonna get to the login page and you're not gonna know what the logins are. And like a lot of people that call me up and say, hey, what's the login? I'm like, what do you mean, what's the login? To the rate calculator, or to the load board that I'm on. Didn't you see it? Well, it doesn't show anything. No, that's because you skipped past it. Go back, go ahead and read it. You'll see it there. It's down at the bottom. You'll see it where it says UN for username, and it has PW for password. And that's your login credentials. Don't ever change those, because if you change those, that constitutes identity theft. And trust me, we've gotten to the point now where it got so bad that we had to actually start charging and prosecuting people. The last person we charged got charged with identity theft, and they are due to go to court here like within the next month or so. So please be careful and do not change our usernames and passwords, because they don't belong to you all. They belong to me. I pay for them. I pay a lot of money to have all y'all to access it. So don't change those. Okay, or don't do like someone else did. They changed all of the logins, changed the name on it, but they didn't change the billing. They changed everything except the billing. So they stole everything else, but they didn't want to steal that monthly payment. So don't do that. Okay, I'm just telling y'all right now, don't do it. All right, so let me get back over here and go over to it and show you all that rate calculator that we have here. And I'll pause my sharing there for a second. I've got a new setup that kind of gets me in everything. So, all right, here we go. Let me go ahead and jump over here. But when you click on it, it's going to take you over to that actual rate calculator. And then you have to put in your username and password. And when you put that in, then you'll be able to see the rate calculator. But you'll click on it. It'll take you to the holding page. That's what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to start sharing my screen here in just a second. Once I get to the link. All right, takes you over to the link. All right, now let me get back in. And share my screen now. All right, so I can go back and share my screen now. All right, as you can see here, it's going to take you to the Ascend username and password page. I don't mind y'all seeing the username because the password is encrypted. So you're going to click launch once you put in your password, and it's going to take you right over to the Ascend TMS, into my Ascend TMS account, and it's going to take you directly to the rate calculator. Let's see, there it is right there. Look up rates. Now, you'll be able to see what thousands of users are paying in a given lane to help save you money. All you got to do is put in the pickup location, the drop location, click over here where it says dry van, reefer, or flatbed, and then you click here where it says get rate from Ascend, and it's going to give you a rate. Just to give you a quick example of it, let's just say Dallas, Texas. And let's say it says going to Atlanta, Georgia. And let's just say this is a reefer. And when you click down here where it says get rates, it's going to pull up the last 90 days, the last 3 months of refrigerator trucks that ran that lane and what they got paid. And it's going to give you a low, a high, and a medium on the all-in rate and on the rate per mile, as you all can see. So up here on your all-in range, on your medium, that lane paid $1,968.12. On the high, it paid $2,631.97. On the line haul range, it averaged from on the low $1.72 per mile, as high as $3.02 per mile. It even gives you a fuel surcharge range, the low, medium, and high on the fuel surcharge range. So this gives you all a pretty good indication of where that rate should be at if you're not seeing the rate on the load board. Okay, so for now, not for all the loads that don't have rates, that's not going to be a problem for you all to be able to calculate what a good range of what those rates should be. Always try to negotiate with your broker to try to get that high level rate. Okay, a lot of them are probably going to try to lowball you and hit you way down here or even beneath that, but they probably don't know that you already have pulled up those lane rates. So once you make them aware that you actually have the lane rates, then they'll be more open to negotiate with you more realistically. Okay, so that's how that works, and it also gives you a map here that shows you the route, you know, and stuff like that. So it's a pretty good tool. It's a very, very, very good tool to help you all to be able to know what the rates are paying on those loads that are not showing rates. So, and there's quite a few loads on the load board that don't show rates. All right, so that's that. Let's get back over to the pitch. All right, y'all give me just a moment. Pause my share. Get back over to the pitch. All right. All right. So our pitch is basically how much money do you need to move your truck? This is our pitch area right here. Okay. All right. This is our pitch area right here. How much money do you need to move your truck? This is our pitch area. Now we're gonna do some role playing tonight. We're gonna do some role playing. I'm gonna call on some of you to do the pitch. I'm gonna call on some of you to be a truck driver, to be an owner operator. I am gonna do the pitch. You are all gonna be the truck driver. I'm gonna ask y'all to be very, very hard. Be almost like, you know, I'm not getting no damn dispatch. I don't care what they say. I don't want no dispatch. I don't need no dispatcher. I dispatch my own freight. Give me all the excuses you have to that pitch. Give me every excuse you have to that pitch, and I'm gonna show you all how the pitch is designed to handle whatever they throw at you. You can handle it within the pitch. Now, this is the formal pitch. The formal pitch is kind of long. Okay, I don't want y'all to, you know, to really, you know, do this whole long, drawn out formal pitch thing, because it's just a formal way of kind of getting you all familiar with how to handle the objection. That's why the formal pitch is written the way it is. It's written in very formal language. People don't really talk like that, but I'm going to show you all how it should be pitched. Okay, in the formal pitch, this is what it looks like, but this is not what you all are going to be reciting. Okay, it's going to pull up here in a second. There you go. How much do you need money? There it is right there. It pulls up in a PDF. Pull it up. It pulls up in a PDF. And as I mentioned before, the formal pitch is kind of long and it's very formal. So it's not something that you all are going to recite word for word, but I'm going to give you all the word for word way to recite this pitch. Okay. And don't deviate from it. Please don't deviate from it. Because when you start deviating from it, then you start trying to think of stuff to say on your own. And when that happens, I promise you, you're going to screw it up. Okay. It's not going to turn out good for you if you try to deviate from the pitch in the way that I show you all how to deliver it. Okay. I'm still waiting for it to pull up here in the PDF. Waiting for it to pull up in the PDF. And while we're waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and go over this. And I told you I had a lot of stuff going on here. I really do have a lot of stuff going on. No thanks. So it's taking a long time for stuff to pull up because I've got a lot of stuff going on. Sublease, so yeah, I got to finish my sublease agreement. Got to finish that. All right, I'm still waiting for this pitch to pull up. We're still waiting for the pitch to pull up. So once that pulls up, I'll go over that with you all. But while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead. I'm going to go over ahead and go over what the pitch should sound like. Okay. The pitch should sound like. All right. Who wants to play the role of the owner operator? I'm asking for a volunteer. If I don't get a volunteer, I'm just going to choose somebody. Who wants to play the role of the owner operator?
I'll do it.
All right. And who is just playing this role right now?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. Okay. All right, Aaliyah, I want you to be a hard ass.
Okay.
Literally, I want you to be an a-hole, okay?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because you all know when you call up these owner operators, a lot of times you're going to get a real a-hole. You're gonna get somebody who is just ain't trying to have it. They ain't trying to hear it. You know, they just, you know, they've heard bad things about dispatchers and they don't want to hear anything you got to say. All right. So I'm calling you up. And let's say you are a dry van operator, okay? All right, ring.
ABC Trucking.
ABC Trucking. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, who is this?
This is Calvin Butler with RBBS Transport LLC. I'm a dispatcher, and I see right now that you have a dry van truck and you're located in Houston, Texas right now. I'm at a truck stop.
Yeah, how you get my number?
Well, you got your number from one of our owner op locators sites that we have. You registered your truck at one point in time as being available and needing a load. So I'm here to see if I can help you find a load. Let me ask you a question. How much money do you need to move your truck?
$2,200.
$2,200. Great. Because look, all I do is locate freight that's paying the kind of money you want to get paid, that's going the kind of places that you want to go, and pulling the kind of weight that you want to pull. So when you see my number in your call ID, you know I got the kind of freight you
say that. All y'all say that. All
Try
y'all
to-
say that.
Ma'am,
All y'all say that.
Ma'am, I understand what you're saying, but let me ask you a question.
Go ahead. It's laughable, but okay.
Okay, if they all say that, but how many actually do it?
Well, I did like 3 dispatch companies, and they all said, "Oh, we'll give you your bottom line," and that's so far from the truth.
Okay.
I had more help from my cousin dispatching me, who didn't have any experience, and my cousin was getting me a lot of money per load.
Okay. Now I understand what you're saying, but let me ask you another question. If your cousin is looking for your loads one day and they're finding you loads that's paying $3,000, $5,000, maybe even $6,000 on your load fees, and maybe even paying as high as $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 per mile, and you're looking for loads one day because you're really good at this, and you find loads that's paying, much better than that. Let's say they're paying $9 per mile, $11 per mile, even $12 per mile. And I call you up one day and I got loads that's paying $22 per mile. Which load are you gonna run? Which load are you gonna run that day?
Well, of course, I'm gonna do the $22 a mile.
Okay, exactly. Because look, I'm not trying to replace you or your cousin. I'm not trying to say that I want you to sign an agreement.
Let me ask you a quick question. Let me ask you a quick question.
Sure.
How often could you do this for me? How consistent? Because I need something back to back. How consistent?
I can find you loads
once in a while.
I can find you loads every single day. The question is not how often can I do it. The question is how often am I going to have the top paying freight? That's the real question, right?
Okay.
Right?
True.
That's the real question. So if I call you up and I got the top paying freight that day, you're going to pull it, right?
Yes, sir.
If I call you up and I don't have the top paying freight that day, you're not going to pull it, right?
No.
Which means you're not going to pay me anything, right?
No.
Which means you haven't lost anything, right?
No.
So all you can do is win.
Okay.
That's the whole point. I'm not asking you to sign an exclusive agreement with me. I'm asking you to allow me the opportunity to find you the best paying freight on any given day. And if I call you and I don't have the best paying freight, don't run it. You haven't lost anything. But if I do find the best paying freight and the freight that I call you with is the top payer, then we all win.
Well, let me ask you. True, but let me ask you something, right? We talking about dollars and cents, right? Usually, at minimum, what's the bare minimum you can usually find for your owner operators?
That's not the question. The question is, how much money do you need to move your truck?
$2,200. $22.
Okay, so you've told me you need $2,200, right?
Yes.
To move your truck.
Yes.
So if I call you with freight that's paying $2,700, you're gonna jump right on it, right?
Yes, I would.
All right. So where can I send my dispatch agreement to?
Okay. How's this dispatch agreement coming? Is this like
I can text?
I gotta print it out or something like that?
I can text it to you. I can send it to you by email. You can pull it up right on your phone. However you want to do it. You just get it.
But then I got to go print it out. That's going to be a problem because
No, you have
I
to
ain't
print
got
it
time
out.
for all that.
You have to print it out. I can send you a link to a DocuSign, or I can send it to your DocuSign. All you got to do is click on it, and you can sign it with your finger. And then send it right back.
If I fill it out, then how long is it going to take you to find me a load? The load, at least 2,200.
Like I said, once you fill out the agreement and you fill out your profile form telling me how and where you want to run, I'll get to work for you right away.
So you could talk to these freight brokers to even negotiate up, because all these gas prices is high, and carrying
like I said,
hard on
my job is, like I said, you tell us how much money you need to move your truck, and I won't look for freight that's anything less than that. Plain and simple.
And how much you trying to charge for this?
We get charged 10%.
But why would I give you 10% when I could get a whole 100?
Because you can't get the whole 100 if you're finding freight that's paying 2,100, and I'm finding freight that's paying 2,700.
And then it
doesn't matter what I'm charging, because if I'm finding you higher paying freight, what I'm charging does not matter. If I find you freight,
I spoke to other dispatchers, they talking about they charge 4%.
I understand that, but how many of those have you signed with? I'm waiting for an answer. How many of those have you signed with?
Well, those are the ones I was saying that they wasn't too consistent.
No. How many of those have you signed with?
I signed with 2, but they ain't never give me what I wanted.
Okay,
that's why I'm a little
they're
worried
worthless.
about this.
So they are worthless. So back to what I'm saying. How much money do you need to move your truck? If you tell me you need 2,700, I'm only going to look for freight that's paying more than 2,700. I'm not going to call you a freight that's paying 2,500. I'm not going to call you a freight that's paying $2,699.99. I'm going to call you a freight that's paying more than 2,700, because that's what you told me you wanted, at least 2,700. So it doesn't matter what my fee is. If I call you with freight that's paying $4,700 and my fee is 10%, you're still way more than $2,700. Is that correct?
Yes.
Where can I send my dispatch agreement to?
I'll give you my telephone number.
All right, great. What's your cell phone number?
732. You want me to say it?
Okay.
You want me to tell you?
No. All right. Look, you all. If you stick to the script is designed to not let them wiggle out. I don't care what they say. It doesn't matter what they say. You go back to the script, because the way the script is laid out, how much money do you need to move your truck? That's a setup there within itself. Just that question. Because remember, when we first started talking, she got on the subject of something, and I quickly got off that and got to the question. How much money do you need to move your truck? Because that's the question you want to answer. You don't want to give them any other way to tell you no or to wiggle out until they answer that question. How much money do you need to move that truck? Because once they answer that, they are trapped. They have nowhere to go. Nowhere. I don't care what they say, how they say it, or how forceful they sound, they are trapped. Because everything leads back to what? How much money do you need to move your truck? It leads back to their answer. You did not answer that question for them. They gave you the answer. They gave you what you needed to know to close them. That's the whole purpose of that question. The question in itself traps them. It gives them no way out. It backs them into a corner that they put themselves in by answering the question. Do y'all understand that?
I was fumbling a little bit trying to figure out how I was going to get you, Mr. Butler. I mean, you was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, look, once you get good with this, once you know the script and you understand it, there's no way out of it. Now, in a perfect situation, it would go like, hey, Mr. Owner Operator, how you doing? I see you have a truck that's located in Dallas, Texas, and you're driving. How much money do you need to move your truck? Well, I need, and really, she really painted herself into a real bad predicament, because she didn't say she needed $10 per mile or $3 per mile or $7 per mile. She said 2,200. 2,200 could mean I can send you 5,000 miles, only paying you $2,200. You ain't making no money, right?
Right, you're right.
Exactly. So, when people say stuff like that, they really back themselves into a corner. I mean, that's even worse for them, because the way the script goes, if it's uncontested, is how much money you need to move your truck. Well, I don't move my truck for no less than $10 per mile. Great. Because I only look for freight that's paying the kind of money you want to get paid, going to the place you want to go, pulling the kind of weight you want to pull. Where can I send my dispatch agreement to? You don't go way too far in advance on your first Passover. Wait for them to either say, okay, well, you can send a dispatch agreement to, or wait for them to give some type of objection. If they give an objection, you'll notice that my transition phrase was always the same. I understand, but let me ask you a question. So if they come back and say, well, I had a dispatch one time before, and all they did was give me low paying freight, and none of them never did what they said. She brought that up, right? I understand. Let me ask you a question. If that dispatcher had found you freight that was paying more than $9 per mile, keeping you out of the mountains, keeping you on flat land, right? Keeping you from running these long miles, under X number of miles, you would still have that dispatcher today, right? Well, yeah, if they had been doing what they said they were going to do, great. Because like I said, I'm only going to look for freight that's paying the kind of money you want to get paid, going to the places you want to go, pulling the kind of weight that you want to pull. Where can I send my dispatch agreement to? Go right back for the close. Then they're going to wiggle some more. Well, I don't need no dispatcher. I mean, my cousin dispatched me. She came up with that one. My wife dispatched for me. My brother dispatched for me. My sister dispatched me. I don't have to pay them a damn thing. So why would I hire you? Well, I understand, but let me ask you a question. Same transition. Don't try to switch it up. Don't try to think of something else to say, because when you try to think of something else to say, you're going to screw up. You've already lost when you start doing that, because you're getting off script. Stick to the script. I understand. Let me ask you a question. If your cousin is looking for your freight one morning and they're finding you freight that's paying $9 a mile, $10 a mile, and $11 a mile. If your wife, who's looking for freight for you on one morning, she's finding for you $12 a mile, $13 a mile, and $14 a mile. If you are looking for freight and you're good at this and you're better at this than they are, you're finding freight that's paying $14, $15, and $16 a mile. And if I call you up that same morning, I got freight that's paying $27 a mile, whose load you going to run that day? And the only answers that they come up with is, well, because I love my wife so much, I'm going to take less money? No. Because my cousin is family, I'm going to take less money? No. I'm going to take the highest paying freight. Exactly. Because as I said before, I'm not trying to replace your cousin, your wife, or even you for that matter. If I don't find you the highest paying freight, you don't run that load that day, correct? Well, yeah, so you don't lose anything, correct? Well, yeah, you get them to agree with you. Yeah, well, yeah. If I find you the highest paying freight, then that's the load you're going to run, right? Yes. All right, where can I send my dispatch agreement to?
Do they have freight running that much per mile? Like $20-some a mile?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
It may be short run, but they do.
Oh, okay.
You know, because, and let me show you what I mean here. If we go to one of our load boards, let's go
I
to one
need
of our
some
load boards.
help with something also when you get a chance.
Yeah, okay. But let's go to one of our load boards.
Okay.
And show you what I'm talking about. The load board I like is direct freight. Y'all all know that. All right. Let's go to the get up here. Go to the load map. And let's look at Texas. Man, 8,000 loads in Texas, 3,000 loads here in Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi. I could probably pick just about anywhere. Let's pick Arkansas. Let's pick Arkansas. Okay, I'm just picking a state. Pick Arkansas. And we're gonna look for the rate per mile. Estimated rate per mile. Let's see what the highest rate per mile out there right now is. Now here, the highest rate per mile that they got going this time of night right now is $8.87 per mile, which is good. Okay, that's good. That's not $20-some per mile, but that's good. That's the highest rate per mile that they got paying right now in Arkansas. Let's switch that up and go to, let's say, Texas. Let's see what they got. And we look for a rate per, look at that right there. Let's look for rate per mile. See what they got on here. Now, you see that rate per mile that says $149 per mile? Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Yes,
That's
yes,
a lot.
yes.
But it's only going 1 mile. So yeah,
Oh,
there's freight out there that's paying that high. But then you have freight like this right here that's going 15 miles, right? And it's paying $33 per mile. Going 20 miles, $21 per mile. 18 miles, $19 per mile. 22 miles, $18 per mile. 19 miles again, $15 per mile. 41 miles, $12 per mile. So you see what I'm saying? That's why I like short runs. I like short mileage runs because you can run more of them and get high rate per mile. And when you find them in connecting like that, when you find where you can run one, then run a short miles and pick up another one, then run another one. If you can connect those, you made yourself more money that day than you would if you just ran one long run that took you 3 days to run. You understand what I'm saying? You can make more money in 1 day than you would make in 3 days of running a long haul load. Because if you run a load that's running, let's look at some of these loads that's paying the high rate. So if you're looking at the pay rate, you're going to get longer mileage runs, right? Look at this here, 2,496 miles. Yeah, it's paying $10,800, but it's going to take you all week to run that one load. Correct? 2,496 miles. Chances are you got 2 or 3 drops or pickups, along the way on that run. So the longest run does not always mean, or the highest dollar value does not always mean the best paying freight. Because when you look at that, it's paying high dollar value, but it's a very long run. Does that make sense? I'm telling you, because it's only $4.33 per mile. Not only that, you're going to spend a whole bunch of fuel running that much miles. So most of your money is going to be eaten up by fuel. Out of that $10,800, fuel, truck only getting 5.56 miles to the gallon. And fuel right now is what, $7 a mile? I mean, almost $7 per gallon for diesel fuel. Come on. You're going to eat up almost 35% of your money. It's going to go towards your fuel. You're going to be down from $10,000 down to about $7,000 just on fuel. You see what I'm saying? And then you wasting time because you can only run 600 miles per day. The best truck driver, can only run 650. I know, because that's about what I could run, 650. And I'm not ashamed to say I was the best when I was behind that wheel. Because when I close that door, I run about 3 hours. I take a half-hour break, not 31 minutes, not 32 minutes. I take a 29-minute break, and I'm back in that truck, and I'm back on the road running for another 9 hours. And I don't stop for nowhere. I don't get out. I don't, my door stays closed, and I was able to run 625 to 650 miles per driving shift. That's about the best you're going to do. That's about the best you're going to do. So if you're only going to be able to run at tops, the best, 650 miles, it's going to take you how long to run 2,400 miles, 2,500 miles, 2,496 miles all week, right? So you're going to spend an entire week on a load that's going to wind up paying you about $5,000 after you figure out your fuel, what you pay for food, your stops, and all that type of stuff. You're only going to wind up bringing home about $5,000. That's it. That's all you're going to wind up bringing home. If you do your profit, your expense calculator, it gives you fuel and everything. Look at that. You only bring home, they're saying $7,500. You ain't going to bring that much home. Your fuel cost is $1,785 by itself. Other costs, another $1,453. That's on maintenance, fuel, just whatever on the other cost here. So you're really not making that $10,800. So you spent all week just to make $7,000 when I can run you short runs, 3 runs a day, and get you up to anywhere between $1,500 and $2,500 per day, 5 days a week, home every night, off every weekend. So if I found you loads that short run loads that connected, right, and was paying you what? Let's say $2,000 per day. If I found you short run loads that are connecting and they're paying you anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 per day. Let's say if I found you short run loads, 3 short run loads that are connected and they come out to be, let's say $2,200 in that one day.
Mhm.
And we turn those into dedicated 5 days a week, home every night, off every weekend. That times 5 days a week, that's $11,000. And you ain't gonna spend half as much in fuel as you spend on that long haul run. Why? Because you're running short runs, less than 100 miles each load. This is how you do load and truck management. A lot of these trainers don't teach you that because they don't know anything about how to run a truck. Okay, they just don't. They just don't know how to run a truck. They've never been behind the wheel of a truck. They don't know what it takes to run a truck. Okay, so this is why when I teach you all how to look for freight, I'm teaching you all how to look for the short run loads. But more importantly, let's go back to that pitch. Okay.
So how much should be spent on fuel? What percentage?
Okay. This is not the class for that right
Oh,
now.
because you just said that he'll eat up most of that in
Yeah.
fuel. That's why I said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You're gonna eat up most of that in fuel. I mean, we just showed you that you're probably gonna eat up, depending on what the fuel rate is. Right now, fuel is almost $7 per mile. Truck only gets 5.56 miles to the gallon. That's easy math. 5.56 miles to a gallon, which this is things you got to know. You got to know what the gas mileage is for a semi truck.
Mhm.
Most people don't know that because they've never driven one. Okay, so 5.56 is the fuel mileage for a semi truck. 5.56 miles to the gallon. Now, if you're running 2,496 miles, right?
Mhm.
You got 2,496 miles divided by 5.56. That's 448 gallons of fuel you're gonna need. Roughly 449 gallons of fuel. But you're not gonna run it. But you're not gonna run it down to the penny. You're gonna get enough fuel. Roughly, you're gonna be about 525 gallons. Okay, so 525 gallons of fuel to run that trip. If gas right now is about $7 per gallon.
About like three something.
Yeah, you done ate up a
That's the
whole bunch
reality.
of your money on just gas.
Close to $4,000.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's trucking. That's the mathematics of trucking. Okay, that's just the mathematics of trucking. And right now,
Mr. Calvin, I'm gonna say this. I have a friend of mine who's an owner operator, and he's pretty local, and he spends about $700-800 because
exactly.
he's doing short runs and stuff like that.
Exactly.
He told me that.
Exactly. Short runs.
But he makes a lot of money though.
Hey, short runs always make you more money. They always make you more money because they pay higher rate per mile. You burn about 60% less fuel.
Mm.
Think about that. Every penny saved is a penny made. So if you were saving $2,600, that's $2,600 back in your pocket, right?
Mhm.
Come on. This is not. This is not. This is. I mean, look. This is not brain surgery. Okay, it's not. This is simple math. It's basically simple mathematics.
Mhm.
But there's some things you got to know. You got to know some things about a truck. You got to know some things about how to operate a truck. When I say operate a truck, I don't mean like actual shifting and driving. I'm talking about behind the scenes of a truck, knowing what the fuel mileage is, knowing how fast a truck can go. Most trucks are governed at 65 miles an hour. That type of thing. Knowing how many miles a driver can drive on average. The average driver can only drive about 500 miles in a driving shift. A good driver can stretch that to another 150 miles.
That's a big difference between the two.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Sound like somebody might be playing around.
That's not that they're playing around. It's just that you got a lot of drivers that need to make frequent stops. They got to stop to go to the bathroom every hour.
Oh, okay.
You know, me, I get up that morning, I go use the bathroom. I'm good for them 3 hours until I take my half-hour break. Then after that, I'm good until I finish my driving shift. I don't gotta stop no more. Some of them gotta stop to take in the scenery. Gotta stop at every rest stop. Gotta stop at every truck stop. You gotta stop and do this. Gotta stop and do that. They gotta stop and get something to eat 3 times on the way to something. No.
That sounds like a family road trip.
Exactly. They're not serious about driving. A real driver, when he closed that door closed until he stopped to get fuel. Or he stopped for his mandatory 30-minute break. If it ain't mandatory and he gotta stop, he ain't stopping until he can get that load where it needs to go. Or until he runs out of time. One or the other. That's how you make money in the trucking industry. Okay. By the way, that's what your profile form is for too. Now, let's get to the profile because we're going over the script. Now, everybody sees that if the script is delivered properly, if you deliver that script properly, okay, there's really no way to wiggle out of that script. The only way for a person to get out of not signing your dispatch agreement with that script is what? Can anybody give me an answer?
If they deviate from it. If they hang up.
No. If you stick to the script, if you deliver that script the way I delivered it, even with her coming up with every excuse in the world, what was the only way she could have gotten out of not giving me her phone number?
Hanging up.
Hang up. That's the only way out. If they ain't willing to hang up on you, you got them. If you stick to that script, trust me, if you stick to that script, if they're not willing to just hang up on you, you got them. Ain't no way out for them. Because they back themselves into that corner by answering that question. How much money you need to move your truck? I didn't ask them, well, I was calling to see if I could dispatch you some freight. No. Game over, right? So don't ask that question. Well, sir, I see here you got a drive van. Have you had any luck with dispatcher finding you some freight? I was seeing if I could help you out. No, don't ask that question. So let me ask you a question. How much money do you need to move your truck? Get it out there. Because once you ask it, they got to respond to it. Some kind of way, if they don't just hang up. Now, if they hang up right there on the spot, then they won that battle. But 99.9% of the time, they ain't gonna just hang up right there. They're gonna try to answer that question. They're gonna try to answer that question. Even if they try to do it sarcastically just to get rid of it. Well, man, look, I don't let me get rid of this crazy food. I don't move my truck for nothing less than $27 per mile. Now.
Why they being smart? They still listening though.
Exactly. They
and
still
if it's something that they want to hear, they gonna go through with it.
Yeah, they still back themselves into the corner. Great. Because I only look for freight that's paying the kind of money that you want to get paid, going to the places you want to go, pulling the kind of weight that you want to pull. Where can I send my dispatch agreement to? Fool, did you hear me say I just said $27 per mile? Yes, I understand. But let me ask you a question. If I found you freight that's paying $29 per mile, wouldn't you run it? Yeah, great. As I said, I don't look for freight paying the kind of money you want to get paid. Going to the place you want to go, pulling the kind of weight you want to pull. Where can I send my dispatch agreement to? Just go right back. Same thing. Don't try to learn something new to say. Don't try to come up with something new to say. Just keep repeating the same thing. The same transition. Sir, I understand. Let me ask you a question. Ma'am, I understand. Let me ask you a question. Use that same transition every single time. Don't deviate from it.
Mr. Butler, I have a quick question. Sometimes I could overthink, but I'm just asking. You said something about, like carrying shorter load, distance or what have you. And you said about the carrier possibly making it home every night. with the goal being like 2K per day.
Right.
Can you make that into like a scenario rather than just say
I
that?
do that. I do that every morning on the load board report. How many of y'all have watched my load board report every morning?
Well,
You haven't been on there.
I know,
Yeah.
not this week because I've been doing other stuff. I mean, trust me. If I could create a clone of myself, I would.
Mm-hmm.
but I can't. So
But don't. I'll just replay it. But usually I'm a nurse, so I'm not like available early at that time.
let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go to the load boards.
Can we use mine for an example? Because I have a question. Unless somebody else have one.
Use your what?
You since you're going to the load board looking at something, I need some help with a lane.
Okay, well, okay. What do you need?
Okay, so I have a dry van, 53 feet. He normally goes from Jersey to Virginia, and then sometimes he goes in the Carolinas. But he wants to reroute and start going to Georgia because that's where his children is. But he wants to be home every day. So I'm trying to figure out what lane should I focus on for him, like Georgia going to the Carolinas. Is that a good lane to focus on?
Hold on. Where's his home?
I guess we can say Georgia because that's where his children is.
All right. So his home is in Georgia, not. I thought you said Jersey.
No.
Okay.
No. He said that's where he was going because he couldn't find anything in Georgia. So who was helping him before was running him from Jersey to Virginia and then swinging him in North Carolina.
All right, let's go to Georgia.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna tell you right now what his answer is. I'm just gonna what's the best place for him to run.
Okay.
And y'all gonna think I'm crazy.
Okay.
What y'all think I'm about to say?
Florida.
Florida.
Yep, Florida. That's it too.
Florida. Yeah. Look. That's in his backyard, and I'm telling you, that's the best place for him to run is Florida. But
what part of Florida? Okay.
I mean, hold on, Florida, Florida. Period. Florida. Okay.
Okay.
Now, first of all, let's look in Georgia.
Okay.
Right. You say he's a dry van.
Uh-huh.
All right. So look in Georgia. Now, here's the thing: what you gotta look for. Never look where it says pay rates.
Can I tell you this too? He told me this, and I didn't understand it. He said he has 2 straps. I know about that. He said he has some load bars and some hook traps. I don't know what those 2 are.
All that are just ways for him to secure his load. That doesn't really. I mean, that's neither here nor there when it comes to what we're trying to do right now. Okay. That's just for ways for him to secure his loads. Okay. All right. Always go to the estimated rate per mile. That's what you're always going to look for on a load board. Okay. Why do you look for that? Because you're looking for short run loads, and usually, if you're looking for the highest estimated rate per mile, it's going to give you the shortest run load. And usually short run loads are what? Repeatable dedicated loads. Are they not? Take, for instance, right here. Woodbury, Georgia to Beaufort, Georgia. Georgia to Georgia. He stays in Georgia, right?
Yes, he does.
Georgia to Georgia. This load runs on the 18th, the 21st. Let's see, the 21st, the 18th. And then it starts back up on the 20. It probably starts back up starting next week. So, it runs every day. Okay? It's an everyday run. How do we know this? Because it's being offered by the same company at least twice, and it's the same rate. Okay? That's when it runs every day. Here's another one. Woodbury to Murphy. To Murphy, North Carolina. Only 175 miles, right? That load runs every day. Dedicated run. Here's another one. Woodbury to East LJ. That load runs every day. Dedicated run. See, these are dedicated runs. See all these dedicated runs? Y'all seeing these? All these dedicated Gainesville.
He could possibly do maybe 2 of these in a day, maybe. I don't know.
Hold up. Okay. Hold up. We're not done. Check this out. Let's look at this Woodbury to Beaufort, Georgia to Georgia. Why? Because he's in Georgia. He would like to stay in Georgia if he could. Right? So
yes.
One leaving tomorrow on the 18th. The one for the day already got picked up probably.
Okay.
So one leaving tomorrow. All right, and that one is paying $600, right? It's only going what 96 miles.
Okay.
That's all that's going is 90 trip miles. Yeah, 97 miles. It's only going 97 miles. Okay. It can be a flatbed or a van. Say he's a dry van. That's good. All right. So we know that one is going 97 miles. All right. So we do a reverse search.
Okay.
We're gonna do a reverse search. Okay. And it's gonna pull up. Okay. From Beaufort to Woodbury, because we went from Woodbury to Beaufort. There's nothing showing on the reverse search for vans. Let me check it to be sure again. There's nothing showing within 25 miles of Beaufort on a reverse search. Well, let's take out this right here, Woodbury, because he doesn't necessarily have to go back to Woodbury. Let's take that out. And let's see where something else is going to from Beaufort. Anything? All right, so there's some stuff that's in Beaufort or close to Beaufort that is going out. We're gonna look at the estimated rate per mile again. Okay, now he can go 27 miles and pick up a load that's going to where?
Chambly.
Fort Payne, Alabama. He's gonna go 27 miles to Chambly, which is also what? He dedicated. That's good. That's good, because that's another dedicated. And it's only 116 miles.
Okay.
97 plus 27 plus 116 is still less than what? 600. Less than 650, right? So he can run both those loads in that same day, correct?
Yes.
So on one load, he made how much money? On the first one, he made 600 without us even negotiating it, right? On the first load, he's looking at $600. On the second load, he's looking at what? $650. Right?
Okay.
So he got 600, 650. There it is on the 18th. He can run both those loads that same day.
You'd be happy with that. That's good.
Hold up. We're not done yet.
Okay.
We're not done yet. Where did he need to go back to?
To Georgia.
No, where? Where?
Oh, I'm sorry. He needs to
go back to Woodbury, right?
Yeah, Woodbury, Georgia. Yes.
He needs to go back to Woodbury. All right. So the last reverse search we're gonna look for from Fort Payne back to what? Woodbury. So we go to Fort Payne and we're gonna put in Woodbury. Where's Woodbury? Is it Woodbury?
Yes, it is. Woodbury. B-U-R-Y.
That's what Georgia's right. Woodbine. Woodbury, Georgia. All right, we're looking for Woodbury, Georgia. All right. So we want to first of all see if there's anything within 25 miles of Fort Payne that's going to put him within 25 miles of Woodbury, right? And we're looking for what? Dry van. And we're going to do a search. All right. We don't have anything that's within 25 miles of Fort Payne. So let's go within 50 miles of Fort Payne and 25 miles of Woodbury. Nothing there. All right, let's go 50-50. Y'all see what I'm doing? All right. So now we know we got something that's within 50 miles of Woodbury, Georgia, which would be easy for him to get home. Let's check to see if any of these is going to be close to Fort Payne. Let's go back. All right, so it's got to be 50-50. All right, so he's got to go 50 miles deadhead from there, right? And he's going to run a load 50 miles. Now, question. Does he have enough time to run all three of these loads? And mind you, here's one that's from Chattanooga, Tennessee to Locust Grove, Georgia. He's got to go 56 miles to Chattanooga, and he's going to run the Locust Grove, which is going to put him within 50 miles of Woodbury, where he needs to be. Correct?
Yes.
Now, we don't know what the rate is, but we have our Insta rate, right? So we go to Insta rate, and we're looking for what? Chattanooga
to Woodbury.
To
Oh, to Locust Grove.
To Locust
Is it
Grove,
Locust
yeah.
Grove?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're looking for from Chattanooga to Locust Grove.
Okay.
Come on, man. Launch TMS. All right.
Mhm.
We're gonna look for Chattanooga to
Mhm.
Locust Grove. Oh, the rates. That's the rate. Chattanooga to Locust Grove. Chattanooga, CHA. Chattanooga, Tennessee to Locust Grove, Georgia. And it's a dry van. Let's see what those rates should be paying. All right. According to our Insta rate, that load should be paying somewhere between $493 and $678. So we're gonna try to get him up close to that 678. So let's say 625 is what we're gonna try to get him at. Okay, 625. So, and that sounds about right because all the rest of them are around 6 something. So now you got load number 1 that ran him where?
Load number 1 was Woodbury, Georgia to Beaufort.
Okay, $600.
And then load number 2 was Chamblee, Georgia to Fort Wayne.
Hold on, let's get
That was Fort Wayne, Tennessee.
my calculator.
Right?
So we got 600
650.
plus 650
1250.
plus what?
You said
Another
625?
625. That's $1,875 a day, and all those are dedicated runs. They all run every day. Can he run them all in the same day?
Yes, he can. What was the miles on it?
But wasn't that like 5 hours per load? Like 5 or something like that?
5 hours per load? You mean 5 hours per load? Where you get that from?
I was looking at the load thing, and it's saying like 5 hours and 55 minutes on some of them.
What
is that like the distance it was saying?
Where are you seeing that at?
If you go back, I'm gonna show you what I saw. And
No. That was probably how long the load has been on the load board.
Okay.
That's what you're probably looking at. How long the load has been posted.
Was it all the way over to the left side?
Yes.
Okay, he's right. That's when
That's how
when
long
they posted it.
Yeah, that's how long the load has been on the load board. That's how long the load has been available.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like, well, you get 5 hours for the run a load.
And I'm trying to calculate in my head.
We
Like,
all
okay,
learning together.
All right.
Yeah.
So here you go. You got 97 miles on this one, right? So let's do the math. Now we already know that he's got what, $1,800 and some odd dollars made. What was that number? That was $1,875 per day. $1,875 per day. Now we're looking at the mileage. All right. So we're looking at
the first one. Let's see. I'll write it down.
The first one was
Woodbury
97 miles.
97?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The second one was hold on
116.
Yeah, but we got deadhead miles. Where my deadhead miles?
Oh, okay.
Where my deadhead miles? I think I had deadhead miles, didn't it? Let's look at deadhead. Hold on. What is that? That's Canby, Georgia to Fort Payne. All right. Let's see. Canby, Georgia. Okay, so 27 miles deadhead. Do 27 miles.
So add 27 onto the 116?
Yeah, because you got to count all miles. Deadhead miles, you got to count them too.
Okay.
So you got the first 97.
Okay.
27 and 116. In the last one, you got 56 deadhead, and 151. So let's add all those up.
Okay, I'll give you the numbers.
The magic number we're trying to stay under is 625, 650.
Okay.
So what do you have?
97 miles for the first one. The second one is 27 deadhead. 116 for the miles. The third one is 56 for the deadhead. And 151 for the miles.
We got a total of 447 miles.
Wow.
Which means minus top, most you can drive is 650. I got all this stuff on here. So we got 203 miles to spare, which gives us how much in time? How long would it take to move 203 miles? About 4.5 hours, right?
Okay.
So you got 4.5 hours of time to spare.
Okay.
That's what you're gonna calculate for your load and unload
Okay.
for those trips. Now, being that they're short runs, loading and unloading is probably gonna be fast because they're short runs.
Okay.
You got a lot of trucks that's coming in and they're going out real quick, but they're running short runs. So I'm thinking it's gonna take them about an hour each load. We only got 3 loads, right?
That's correct.
So you got plenty enough time to do that.
Okay.
You got enough time. So you got $1,875 per day, 5 days a week. $1,875 times 5 days a week. So we already determined that those loads are running every week.
Almost $10,000, $93.75.
Exactly. That times 52 weeks in a year. You just set that drive up on a $487,000, 500 a year dedicated. See, this is how I train you all to look for freight. This is what I do all the time. I do this all the time. That's how I know what to look for. That's how I know how to calculate it. Because I learned a long time ago. You're gonna make more money running short runs than you're ever gonna make running those long runs. And people who say they can't find freight on load, now you say he's got some dispatcher already that's been running him all out of the place, right?
He's been going to Jersey, Virginia, North Carolina, all out the way. All the way up in Jersey.
When he can stay in his own backyard to make all the money.
Hey, don't talk about my state.
Okay. Look, all this when he can stay in his own backyard to make all the money he want to make.
I can't wait to call him tomorrow. I'm gonna text him right now.
Now, do you all think that was just some random luck?
No.
Look,
that was expertise.
It's
it's right on the board.
Strategize
it.
Look,
that's right.
I do this every single day of the week. Every single day of the week. Almost 70% of my carriers are on dedicated that I created. Because I know how to identify them on the load boards. After I identify them, then I call and I book them on each one of those loads. Then I call each one of those brokers like, hey, Mr. Broker, nobody got it ran that load this morning for you? About 6 a.m.? Well, you know he can run that load every day. Oh, yeah? What have you done? You've just given that broker a gift. You just giving him breakfast and bed every morning. The next broker, hey, Mr. Broker, nobody got it ran that load about 12:30?
Just think if I can find 5 of those, that would be good.
I mean, and you can. That's the whole point. You can. Are you going to find them all in the same day? Probably not. But see, here's what I do. Here's what I do with my carrier. Once I get them signed up to a dispatch agreement and I have that conversation with them, look, Mr. Carrier, I'm going to tell you how I like to do things. Now, I promise you that I will find you the loads paying the kind of money that you want to get paid. But my ultimate goal is to have you in a situation where you're running a dedicated lane, you're home every night, you're off every weekend, and I want to have you making somewhere between $300,000 and $800,000 a year on that lane. Would that work for you? Yeah. Okay, great. Because that's my goal. Now, over the next 3 months, that is what I'm going to be looking for to set you up on. So if you can give me at least 3 months to get that, to try to find that for you, I work on that every single day to see if I can find you those type of loads that I can piece together and create you a dedicated lane that's going to be paying you somewhere between $350,000 a year and $800,000 a year. Okay, you think we can work together? Yeah, all right, great. So when I call you with some freight, I've got a reason for running you certain places because I'm trying to work out and match those loads up. Now, what have you done when you have that type of conversation with your carrier? You pretty much guaranteed their loyalty to you for 3 months. Have you not?
Yeah.
You have pretty much guaranteed their loyalty to you for 3 months.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Hold on here.
I have just one quick question, and then I'm not going to ask anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have another one who wants to go from Los Angeles to Florida. Is that a normal lane to do that?
You
Or is that
can.
kind of hard to find?
I mean, it's not a a hard to find lane, but I don't want to get off into trying to find lanes tonight, because that's not.
No. I just wanted to know, like.
Yeah. There is a Walt Disney World run. Okay, from Orlando to where? From Disney to Disney.
Okay.
Oh, okay, from Cali.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
That's all I need to know. I can handle the rest.
Yeah. There's a Disneyland. There's a Disney World lane. We call it the Walt Disney lane. How do I know it? Because I ran it with Covenant, and me and my partner, we ran that load for 3 months in a row.
Okay.
It's about 1,000, and if I'm not mistaken, it's about 1,100 miles.
Okay.
And it's straight I-10 all the way.
Oh, okay.
It's just shoot, I-10 there, I-10 back. It's straight I-10 all the way. Okay, and we used to call it Disney, the Disney run. You pick up. I'm in California. You drop in Orlando. You don't go anywhere. You just pick up right there in Orlando, and you run back to California. It's just a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So they have that lane, and they run a lot of freight between the two Disneys. Okay, so there is that lane too.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Butler, this is an awesome strategy to do these short lanes. This is
sure
good.
is.
It's very organized.
Look,
Very organized.
Look, once you learn this, once you learn this, not only will you cut your work in half, about almost 70%, you'll get to the point where you will basically learn how. Because look, on that much money right there, if you're charging 10%, that means your cut is what?
47.
You just made yourself
187 something, 187
per year on one lane, on one carrier, on just those dedicated lanes. Okay, so that right there, what's that? I'm sorry, it was 48. What was it? 48.3 what?
It was 487.5.
All right, 487.5. All right, on
48,750. Yeah.
All right, on that right there.
One more zero. Oh, that's my cut.
No, that's your 10%.
Yeah, that's your cut. Yeah.
10%.
That's with one carrier.
Yeah.
Look at me. That's my cut.
Yeah. You divide that by 52 weeks.
Right.
And you're looking at $937 a week on just one carrier. Now, if you set up 5 carriers like that, right?
Lovely day. Lovely day.
If they going that smooth, a person probably can handle more than 5 if they going that smooth.
Well, you don't see. Well, that goes into how I show you how to scale your business. Once you get 5, you want to start hiring people and giving them those 5 carriers, and then you split it with them 60-40. They get 6%, you get 40%. You go back out and you do what you're good at. Buy yourself 5, buy yourself 5 and set them up on dedicated. And then you just keep doing that. Just keep building because
share.
Because you get to the point to where you can't handle them by yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
When you get to that point, you can no longer grow. There's no growth.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, I've got 317 carriers that my company dispatched for. You think I dispatched for all 317 carriers? No. I dispatched for about 7 carriers. Me personally. The rest are done through our internships and through my dispatchers who have been with me for a long time. You see what I'm saying? And the dispatchers who work with me, they're all on a 70-30 split. They get 70%, I get 30%.
But you grew that much in order to do it like that, though.
Exactly. And it doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. If you just follow these steps, get 5, put them on, work to get them some dedicated. Every 3 months, you should be rotating out a separate 5 carriers and passing them off to another dispatcher. That's what you're looking to do in a cycle to do your growth, to scale your business.
So,
Because
5 is the magic number.
Yeah, 5 is magic, because once you get 5, that's what you're looking at per week. And that times 52 weeks on 5, that's almost a quarter of it. I mean, that's a little over $250,000 a year. Okay, so then you pass that off to somebody, and you take 40%, and you let them have that 6%. Take the 40% of that, which is going to give you $97,500, and it's going to give your people $146,250. You think they're going to be happy with that?
Of course. And just think if you're doing that 12 times, like you said, every month.
Exactly. Then you go back out and get yourself 5 more. Go back and do what you're good at. Recruit, get 5 more carriers, set them up on dedicators, and then pass them off, so you can grow your business.
Mr. Butler, real quick. I know it's a little off, but I know you said to do, call them up and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking about different creative methods. What do you think about Google Ads as well? Or you're not too fond of that?
For what? Like to find carriers?
Yeah.
What for?
Or Craigslist?
What for? That's just unnecessary money.
Exhaust your free stuff first.
That's unnecessary money. I mean, you got access.
Before you spend money.
You got access
I got you.
I mean, look, we give you access to more than 500,000 carriers.
Right.
You ain't gonna never call all them carriers. We even give you access to about 20 or 30,000 soft carriers. Those are the ones who are on the load boards that have marked themselves available for a load. Y'all hold on for a second. And those are the easy ones to close, right? Y'all hold on for a second.
Yep.
Because if he's saying get 5 every month and you get 97 and you only need 60 for the year, that's over $1 million business. 60 out of all of them. Like, that's easy to do.
Yeah. And I like that concept.
Yeah,
you get
good.
5, get it, and then pass it
the
on.
ratio.
And go out and
5 to
catch
1.
more. And I like another thing that he's expressing. We're really empowering each other with our talents and gifts. We're passing it on once we get perfected in an area, and then we move on to the next group.
Yes.
I like the concepts. Yeah.
And so we're always prospecting. So we're always staying sharp, getting new business.
Right. Absolutely. Perfecting that touch. Yeah. I know this morning I was listening at one of the other sessions, and I had decided dedicated is for me. Okay. Those small runs like that. Yeah, I was strategizing that very concept this morning. I'm glad he's speaking on that again this evening to give me more clarity, because I'm new coming in, learning. But I picked up on that also right away. That's good stuff.
All right, everybody.
We was just saying how it's eye opener with you going through the short runs, breaking it down, and just showing everybody that.
Yeah, and we actually have a night of training that's coming up that's in load acquisitions. I think that's about I think that's next week. Right now we're doing the pitch.
That's number 2. We're on 2, I think.
Yeah. We're on. We did the we've done the pitch. So next week we do the dispatch agreement and profile form, and then the one after that one is load acquisitions. Yeah.
Okay.
Because once you get them to sign your dispatch agreement and your profile form, then you got to find them freight. So that's load acquisition. So in the fourth one, the fourth step is load acquisitions, and this is when we go over this more in depth. Okay. But look, yeah, short runs are always gonna pay you more money because you can stack them. They're easy to convert into dedicated, because 75% of the time when you see short runs, they run repeatedly. They don't just run one time. Long runs have a tendency to just run one time. But when you see those short runs like that, that's going from, especially within state to state, to the same state, Georgia to Georgia, Florida to Florida, Texas to Texas, something like that. Yeah, those are usually going to be repeat runs. And Florida is notorious for short Florida to Florida interconnecting runs that run every day and pay a whole bunch of money. That's why I do not understand when people say you can't make no money in Florida.
So was a short run like 200 miles and under or 100 and under?
Look, let me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
My last year as an owner operator, I ran all right here in my home state, starting here in Tallahassee, where I live. Okay, I picked up a run. I got into a run, Coca-Cola Bottling Company, which is right here on Commonwealth Boulevard. I'm here in Tallahassee. It was running from Tallahassee to Live, which is like 39 miles. That load paid $380. So that was $380 on a 39-mile run, right? All right. When I got to Live and I dropped that load, I stayed in the same place. Didn't have to go to Wellsville. Just stayed in the same dock. Everything. They loaded me up with some bottled water. It was Coca-Cola products poured down. Gatorade, Coca-Cola, Sprite, all that type of stuff. Picking up from there, they loaded me up with some bottled water. From there, I was going down to Alachua, which was 79 miles. That load paid $680. It was 79 miles to Alachua. All right. From Alachua, I asked the guy, I said, y'all got anything going at Tallahassee? He said, no, we don't. But guess what? He said, what? About a mile and a half down the road, there's a Coca-Cola bottling plant. Coca-Cola bottling plant. Oh, let me go try them. Because why? Because there's a Coca-Cola bottling plant in Tallahassee. So I basically literally just put the truck in. You can literally put the truck in neutral and coast it a mile and a half. It's a straight shot down the road.
Wow.
Right? Mile and a half to the Coca-Cola bottling plant. Went down there. And guess what? Yeah, we got a load that's going to Tallahassee every day. So all three of these loads run every day. Tallahassee was 104 miles. And that load paid $890. Remember, I'm a drive van now. So that's $1,950 a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm back home in Tallahassee. Every night before 5:30.
That's a good one.
Before 5:30, and I'm off every weekend. So I was home every night, off every weekend, running the same loads every day, making $1,950 per day. That's times great. 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And guys could not understand how they would call me up to, man, where you at? Man, I'm in Florida. You always in Florida. How you staying in Florida making money? Yeah, I'm like, y'all don't know. I'm making a killing down here in Florida. A killing. So that last year that I ran as an owner operator, I was making over $500,000 a year. Just from that, a dry van. And guess what? I wasn't spending hardly no money on fuel. I'm serious. I was spending less than $1,000 all week on fuel. I was spending about $400. Fuel it wasn't that expensive then. It was like $3.40 a gallon or whatever it was. But I was spending less than $600. I was spending about $650 a week on fuel. That was it. Didn't need to eat out because I just packed my lunch in the morning because I come back home that evening. You see what I'm saying? Short runs allow you to have a life. Literally allow you to have a life. I have taken guys who are running up north, right? And they're running, 2,200 miles or 1,200 miles, 1,400. They're running all across the country. They're getting home every third week. They're out for about 3 weeks, and then they go home, right? Making what, $7,000, $8,000 per week. I tell them to look. You're only getting home every 3 weeks, right? And you're only making like less than $8,000 a week. Damn, I'm doing good. Okay, all right. Do me a favor. Let me run you down to Florida. Florida? I ain't going to. Oh, listen to me. Let me run you down to Florida, right? And I want you to run down to Florida. I want you to stay in Florida for a week. After that week, if you tell me you want to leave Florida, I'll run you somewhere else. I said, that's okay. Let me feed the pot for you. Let me run you down to Florida. And the week you're in Florida, if I don't make you more money that week than you're making now, I'll give you an extra $1,000. Okay. So run them down to Florida. I showed them how they can do 9 $10,000, $12,000 a week in Florida, right? Run out, be back in the same location every night. Now, with that kind of money, can't you afford to just park your truck in Florida and take you a flight back home up north every weekend? Not only are you not sleeping at truck stops all the time, you in Florida now. You make enough money. You can get you a little, and get you a little 1-bedroom bachelor's pad in Tampa, off the water somewhere. Have a life. Be back at your place every night. Go out, eat. Have a life. Run the same route every day. And park your truck in a secure location and just fly home every weekend.
So, Mr. Butler, are you saying any like short distance is considered 300 miles or less a day?
When I say short distance, I'm talking about less than 150 miles.
A day?
I don't consider 300 some odd miles. I consider a short run less than my idea of the ideal short runs is less than 100 miles each.
Less than what?
Less than 100 miles each run
per day.
Well, yeah, per run.
So you do 3 of them. So
if I'm doing 3 of them, you're 300 miles.
Okay, so it's about 300 miles a day.
Yeah, because you want to keep it between 300 and 400 miles total, because you got that extra time you need for loading and unloading. You see what I'm saying? So try to ideally keep it less than 300 miles. Ideally, looking for that freight that's running 50 miles, 27 miles, 89 miles, 92 miles. Like I show people on YouTube on one of my mornings doing the load board report, where someone called me up and they were looking for a load. I set them up on a drive-in. I set them up on a reefer load that was paying them over $1 million per year.
Wow!
It was 4 loads that they ran in one day, and it was all dedicated. And they was bringing in, I think, close to $4,000 a day. Each load was paying like $900 some odd dollars, and all the loads were less than like 90 miles. It came to be just over $1 million per year in dedicated runs. So, I mean, people can say what they want to. Short runs is the way to go. Let me check in with my YouTube people, because I haven't checked in with them in all since we've been on here. Let me do my share real quick. Let me check on my YouTube people. I don't want them to think I'm just ignoring them. They over here probably like, hey, you gonna check on us? Hey, everybody on YouTube. I know y'all been waiting on me to check on y'all. All right, let's see what they got to say over here on YouTube. So people are saying, nice to see you again. Good evening, everyone. Ms. Ryanfield says, hey, Sean. Hey, Michelle. Realtor says, excited to get some help with my pitch to carriers. Someone says we overthink. Oh, post that. Understand, Calvin. We are patiently waiting. Hi, Stacy. Pretty great host today. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Cote. The Blue Gear Group is here. Hey, Mr. William Gear. I see you in the Blue Gear Group is here. That's one of our corporate enrollees. What's the Zoom info? The Zoom info is in your back office. Log into your back office site. You'll see the Zoom info. It's on the curriculum and training. Okay, so go to your back office under the more section, look for curriculum, click on that. That'll give you the Zoom info. Kevin King says, I'm new to dispatching and want to start looking for loads. What do I do and where do I go? Hopefully we answer some of that for you, and this all comes in due time. We're in our series of 6 steps. If you're part of our platform, then you will be able to go to our back office site and look at all 6 videos in concession. If that's what you want to do, you can binge watch, or you can follow along with us doing the live trainings every Thursday night. We do at least 1 step every Thursday night. Okay, 1 step every Thursday night. Take 1 step at a time. A whole bunch of stuff. Exactly. Cut your teeth, ladies. You can only make it in this biz with being fast enough on the workflow. The workflow is easy. I mean, you don't have to be fast. You just have to be thorough. Be when doing your freight. Because remember, this business is really a split shift. Okay, and I love it. It's great for this business is perfect for this is the perfect home business because you have that split shift.
I love the hours that you talked about last week.
I mean, this is a split shift. I'll take a bit. 70 to 75% of all carriers out there run the daylight hours. So that means they get up about 4:30 in the morning and they're on the road about 6, which means they're shutting down about 3. And they're shutting down at about 3. So doing from 6 a.m. until about 10 or 11 is when you're booking them freight, finding them loads, contacting the brokers, doing that type of thing. Let me mute y'all's mic here for a second because we got a lot of stuff going on here in the background.
Shit.
Where's my button here to mute the mics?
You got to make her fall out the bed.
Y'all give me a second because somebody's having a whole conversation in the background.
Mute the mic.
Mute the mics. Where did I mute? Oh gosh, shoot! I'm trying to see where I mute. Where I can mute everybody's mics at. All right, yeah, thank y'all. yeah, mute those mics because y'all have a conversation that I'm pretty sure y'all don't want us to hear. Okay, because we hearing everything. It's all being recorded too, so y'all just remember that. But what was I on? We were talking about shoot. I got off what I was talking about. You only make workflow. All right. So you got that split shift. So in the morning times from 6 a.m. until about 10 or 11, that's when you're booking freight, taking care of your carriers, that type of thing, looking for freight, booking freight, talking with the brokers and things like that. Then you pretty much break until about 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Because that's the time when carriers are usually shutting down at about 3 so they can find them a good parking spot before 5 o'clock at the truck stops. Then they get out their truck, they go inside, they get them a shower, and they do it in this order every time. They get a shower, they get something to eat, then they sit down in front of the television set at the lounge. 9 times out of 10, they're watching something that they don't want to watch because someone else got to the remote control first. So that is the best time for you to call and do your prospecting, to hit them with your pitch. Because if they're sitting in that lounge, sometimes they're sitting over there with their computer looking for freight. Sometimes they're out there in their truck on their computer looking for freight, or they're laying up in their bunk looking at satellite TV or something, this and that. That's the time when you want to call them because they're relaxed, they've gotten their shower, they've gotten something to eat, they're bored. That's the best time to call them. Hey, Mr. Owner Operator, let me ask you a question. How much money do you need to move your truck? So you make those calls between 5 and 9 p.m. And then at 9 p.m., you can shut down and take you behind the bed and get you some sleep or have a life. Get back up at 6 a.m., start it all over again. 6 to 10, 5 to 9. It's the perfect split shift, okay, to run this business. It's perfect for home-based business. Y'all see me sometimes, after 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, sometimes y'all see me, I'm out riding in my car, getting my head straight, or I'm online doing stuff with my other stuff that I got to get done. That's why I have the time to do that stuff, because this business allows me that time, and I can still make great money in this business. Sometimes in the morning times, I've been made $2,000-$3,000 before 9 a.m. Literally, before 9 a.m. I've been made, anywhere from a $1,000 to $2,000 or $3,000 before 9 a.m. There's no better way to start your day. Now you can concentrate on other stuff, right? Without stressing. All right. Because that's how this business is set up. All right. Look, I appreciate everybody for joining us. For those of you who want to stick around, that pretty much concludes our training for tonight. For those of you who want to stick around, I'm going to spend about the next hour updating you all on Lease. So for those of you who are looking to take off, hey, thank y'all for joining us. I appreciate you. You know, I hope y'all got something out of this training. And now I'm getting ready to go into explaining what Easy Lease is and giving y'all some updates on the website. So I'm gonna take y'all to the website and give you some updates on Easy Lease. All right. But let me acknowledge all my students and everything here. I thank y'all on YouTube for sticking with me. I appreciate y'all. Look, as always, if you all want to have access to all our back office tools, resources, our training, and our support, you're gonna have to sign up with our platform, which is our online platform is at RBBS Logistics Learning Centers, our training in the convenience of your home. I'm going to give you all the link that you all can go to get signed up. It's only $349.95 on your enrollment fee and plus tax, and then it's $39.95 per month. And what you get with that, you get access to a whole bunch of tools and resources. No other platform gives you access to more than 100 load boards, so you don't have to pay for load boards. No other platform gives you access to more than 140,000 hours of operational training videos. We also give you access to more than 19 million direct shippers. You also get access to every registered owner operator in the United States, access to live training, access to our logistics library, and access to our network of more than 2,967 industry professionals. You get all this for that little old $349.95 plus tax on your enrollment fee and $39.95 per month. On average, we save our students on average $650 per month. Because if you didn't have access to all this stuff within our platform, you have to pay for those 4 or 5 load boards that you gotta have to find freight for your carriers. Load boards average $49 per month, upwards to $150 per month. So getting 4 or 5 of those, that's $300-400 right there by itself that we're saving you. Shippers list range anywhere from $500 to $2,500, depending on how many shippers are on that list. But we give you access to every shipper registered in the United States. No need to pay that money for shippers list. Finding owner operators. You got to join some type of registered site to find owner operators. Well, we give you access to several owner operator locator sites where you can locate every owner operator registered in the United States, get their phone numbers, you can call them up and ask them that all important question: how much money you need to move your truck? Because we provide you with those scripts within our back office, and we provide you with training on those scripts. We provide you with all your documents, contracts, and your agreement forms, including your dispatch agreement and your profile form. So we provide you everything you need to run your dispatch firm, and all you do is you just pay us that monthly fee plus our enrollment. That's it. All right. To get access to that type of stuff, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. To get access to that type of stuff and to join our network and our live training, you're gonna go right here to where it says, there it is right there. I just put it up there. Okay. RBBS. The RBBSLLC.com earn 100K from home. There you have it right there. There's the link. Go to it, get signed up, get started with us. You won't regret it. All right. Thank you all on YouTube for joining us. If you're here for the training, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. If you want to stick around for the updates on our Easy Lease, that's what we're about to do right now. All right. Let me get back over here to my people here.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm starting to get the owner operator. So with the dispatch service agreement, we process the brokerage paperwork of obtaining certificates. So on the brokers, when we register the owner operators with them, we sign the carrier's name on the contract, or we sign our name?
You're gonna sign the carrier's name on the contract. If the carrier is giving you permission to fill that, if the carrier has given you permission to fill that information out, you can sign it if you have the carrier's consent. If the carrier just have given you consent to fill it out, you can fill it out, but you still got to forward over to your carrier for them to sign it.
Okay, so do I forward them like the login information to the website?
Yeah, if they have an on-site carrier agreement, broker carrier agreement, you got to send them that link. Now you can go and fill it out. You can go and complete it, right? You can go and fill it out and then save it, and then send them the link to where they can go and sign it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you log in, like for instance, I have the DAT onboard for Landstar. So I have that. I did everything, and I'm to the sign page where you sign the carrier information, everything.
Save it, save it, and then have the carrier to go and log in because the carrier's got to put in his DOT number, right, to log in, right?
No, it's his email address and password that I created.
Okay, there you go. Then make sure he got the email address and password. It's a saved thing. He go in, you saved it. If he has to go sign it, then send it to him and then let them sign it.
Okay. A quick question: do majority of brokers you have to go through this process?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them.
And then if they give me
unless the carrier is well known, and a lot of times, well, not most of them, about half and half. Because there have been times when I've called up a broker and the broker says, "Oh yeah, we're familiar with that carrier. Oh, he's good to go." But it's gonna be about a 50-50 thing. Angel,
Okay,
what are you doing?
And then for like if they
board.
give you permission to sign, is it a different document that they send you? Have you to consent to, or have them consent to you?
Just a regular power of attorney.
Power. Oh, that's what you were talking about. Power of attorney.
Just a regular power of attorney for a signature. You have an implied power of attorney within your dispatch agreement. You can just attach a short paragraph to it, basically saying that to the effect of carrier acknowledges that blah blah blah, your name as your bona fide agent has been authorized to sign your signature, to sign the carrier's signature on and be specific on broker carrier agreements only.
Broker carrier agreements only.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So I would be a bona fide agent to sign for the carrier on a broker carrier agreement.
Yeah, because that's what you are once you have your dispatch agreement in place. You are a bona fide agent. That's the classification that Federal Carrier Association and DOT recognize you under. They recognize you all as bona fide agents.
But don't you got to get that POA notarized, or is that not true?
Yep. If you want to actually sign for them, it has to be notarized.
Okay.
Are most of these carrier agreements in like an electronical form, or is it sometimes PDF?
It's going to be about 50-50.
Oh.
It's going to be about 50-50.
Because then they'll have to, if it's PDF, then they're going to have to find somewhere to print it out in order for them to sign it.
Not necessarily. You can always send a DocuSign.
But if the carrier gave it to you through PDF, how can you turn it into DocuSign yourself?
Just sign up with DocuSign. You upload it in DocuSign and you send it to DocuSign.
Okay.
Yeah, DocuSign. Look, technology is amazing. Technology is amazing.
That's what I did with my dispatcher and the carrier profile. I turned it into an e-doc so that they can just do it from their phone, because they can't print that stuff. We won't get it back.
So if you get it in PDF, you just turn the PDF that you got from the freight broker into a DocuSign. So I have to download that. I have to get that software, right?
Yeah, just go ahead and sign up.
I can give you what I use. It's a free because I don't know how much DocuSign. I'll put it. You want me to give it?
What's the link to it?
Okay, let me see here.
Just go where it says chat and chat the link out to everybody.
Okay.
For the subleasing, do they the people who rent the trucks, do they pay their own insurance for the trucks?
Hold on, one thing at a time. Now y'all jumping all over the place. Y'all jumping all over the place. All right, wait till we get to that. Y'all jumping all over the place. All right.
Yeah.
I'm getting the link right now. Just get the free plan. That's all you need.
So we are done with training for the night.
I'm getting the links now.
All right. So all training questions are done. Okay. All training questions done. We're changing gears now. We are changing gears. All training questions are done. We're done with training for the night. Anything else you all have for training, go back and watch this video. It's on YouTube, or set up a private consultation or whatever. But we are done with training questions. Let's move on to what we're doing for that. Now, she just sent that link out to everybody at pandadoc.com.
All right, I'm gonna YouTube that to see how to turn it from a PDF to
she
they
just
have the videos on the site too.
She just sent a link out to everyone.
Yep, I see it. Thank you guys.
All right, there's the link. Matter of fact, I'm gonna click on it now to show y'all what it is.
Okay.
There's the link. It's PandaDoc. This is it right here. Let me share this real quick. There it is right there, PandaDoc. Okay, that's it. Free software. So there y'all have it.
Go down to the bottom of the page, just so I can show them where the free plan is. Because it's not the 14-day, it's another one.
Request a demo.
Let's see.
It's probably when you go to sign up, it'll probably tell you which you got a free one and a.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Once you click on the 14-day, you can just click on the totally free version. Yeah,
it'll probably tell you, which one you want to get, the free version or whatever it is. Click on it, then it'll probably take you over. No credit card needed. No credit card required. It's probably gonna take you over to, to fill out your stuff.
You do that. Yeah.
Not sign up, whatever this. All right, so there you have it. All right. Let's switch gears. Let's switch gears. All right, switching gears. Oh, I got so much stuff on here. Okay, YouTube channel up. All right, as you all know, I've been taking some time off from the low board reports, simply because I needed to devote a lot of time to this Easy Lease, because this was no small undertaking. Okay, I almost bit off more than I could chew, but I had to do a lot, because with this type of thing, you can't just throw up a website. You have to adhere to federal regulations. Okay. When you're collecting people's information and you're using it and you're sharing that information with third-party sources and all this other type of stuff, there are federal guidelines you have to have in place that your website has to adhere to. And one of those federal guidelines is you have to have a privacy policy, and you have to have a terms of service page. And both those are like very long legal jargon, and it has to cover everything from age restrictions to how you're sharing the information, acknowledging if you're selling that information, and why you're selling it, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff you got to put in there. Okay, and all that has to be in. So I created 3 versions of the website before I decided on one. I actually built 3 whole different websites. The first one, I didn't like it all. The second one was it was okay, but it wasn't up to my standards. And the last one I did was the one that I went with, and you all will see why. I also had to find a way for our terms of service for us to operate legally under Federal Motor Carrier Association DOT compliance and with ride sharing compliance. Okay, there are companies out there that does what we're proposing. One of them is called Co-op. Okay, let me show y'all what that company is. There's a company out there. Oh, come on. It's called Co-op. Come on. Hold on, I'm in the wrong place. Y'all give me a minute. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff that I have up, because I got a lot of stuff up. I got 2 YouTube channels up. Get rid of that one. Urban World. Get rid of that one. 2 Facebooks. Get rid of that one. I got 2 of these channels up. Get rid of these low boards. Get rid of those real quick. I'm trying to make room for some stuff. Get rid of this ASCEND. I can get rid of dispatcher tools and resources. I can get rid of, I need my microphone. I gotta get that up. I got some stuff. All right. I can get rid of this right here too. All right. One of these things was called Co-op. Find it. Co-op. Now, Co-op is really Ryder. Okay. Here's a company. This is one of the companies out there that are doing something that's similar. There are quite a few companies out there that are doing something that's similar, but they are all do what's called subleasing. And that's a whole different category. Co-op, the easiest way to rent commercial vehicles. They're actually Ryder. Okay, Ryder rents commercial vehicles. Co-op is just another, they're a subsidiary of Ryder. Okay, they're owned by Ryder, and they're actually done by Ryder. So they're not much, so their prices are not much different from Ryder, and you are actually going into a sublease agreement with Ryder. Okay, you're not really leasing from the actual owner of the vehicle. You're leasing from Ryder, who is leased from the owner. So Ryder is leasing from them, then you're leasing from Ryder. That's called subleasing. You're all familiar with subleasing. Now, when it comes to subleasing, the subleasor has to have an authority if you're doing subleasing. You understand what I'm saying? So in order to do subleasing, you gotta have an authority, which Ryder does have an authority. You gotta have for the Motor Carrier Association, you gotta have the carrier authority and all that type of stuff in order to sublease. I did not want to sublease. I wanted us to have a true ride sharing, like Turo. But I had to find a way to do it and do it legally without having to sublease. So therefore, what we have is similar to this, but ours is a true. Let me show y'all. Let me pull this up. Now, can everybody see our website? This is our website. We have three different web addresses. One of our web addresses is RBBSTransport@LLC.com. We have another web address, My Easy Lease. MyEasyLease.com, which will take you to the same place. And the third web address, oh, come on, what happened? Hold on. I got to get out of this. What happened? All right, let me go here. Go back up here. My Easy Lease. I was in my, My Easy Lease. There we go. Oh, why is it not showing now? Am I doing this right? I know it's myeasylease.com. myeasylease.com. That should be it. myeasylease.com. Hold on, y'all. Something's going on with my site. I know the site is up. I just looked at it. All right, there's the site. Let's see what's going on. See what's going on with the site. All right, there's the site. Why is my site down? Okay, the site is tripping. It's coming up and down. It's going up and down. I don't know why that is. All right, RBBSTransportLLC.com. All right, that one's working. RBBSTransportLLC.com. That site is up and running. Should be up and running. Unless there's so many visitors to it, it's probably tripping. The other name of it should be Lease My Semi. LeaseMySemi.com. Yep. Okay, that one works. All right, that one works. Why is MyEasyLease.com not working? Okay, now it's working. For some reason, it probably hasn't started picking up on Firefox yet. For some reason, I don't know why it's not doing that. C.com. Okay, that one works. on Firefox. Let me check this one on Firefox. And this is the problem you run into when you're building new sites. You have to make sure that all browsers are recognizing it. So sometimes I have to go back and I have to not rebuild. I have to do the editing in that browser to make it catch for that browser. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but this is the problem that I was running into, which is why it's taking me so long to get this up and running, because I've got a lot of working parts within this site. Let's go to Lease My Semi. LeaseMySemi.com. See if that one's working on what you call it yet. Yep, that one's working. All right, so let me check myeasylease.com again. Now, yeah, that's the only one that seems not to be working on. That was not working on. It's not working on Firefox. I don't know why that's not working on Firefox. Why is that not working on Firefox? It's showing a default page, which should not be. It should not be going to that default page. I don't know, why is that? Okay, I have to change that on Firefox. I don't know why that's not working on Firefox. All right, so this is one of the problems you run into. This is why I do a lot of testing on the sites. Let me check it on Microsoft. Check it on Windows. Let's check it on Windows. My easy lease.com. Check it on Windows. It works on Windows. Firefox is the only Firefox is the only dark horse in the the race for some reason. So I probably got to go back and edit it in Firefox to make it, do something with Firefox. Firefox is showing that's going to a default page for some reason. I don't understand why it does that on Firefox, but that's what it's showing on Firefox. All right. But anyway, this is the site. Okay, this is on the site. And I want y'all to give me your feedback. Okay, as you can see here, Easy Lease, the commercial truck sharing marketplace. When people come here, they can check availability right away. When they click on that, it's going to take them over to the, pull up the check availability form, and they will basically they will fill this out. The desired pickup date, earliest pickup, the latest pickup, truck type or equipment. And then they come in here and they put their name, cell phone number, and stuff like that. Then they submit it. When that happens, everybody who is within our site who will be classified as Easy Lease agents, you all would get a hit on your phone, on your app. Because let me go back. I'm going to be offering positions to everybody who's members of the National Dispatchers Network. I'm going to be sending you all an invite to join our Easy Lease back office site as Easy Lease agents and Easy Lease business consultants. Now, when you sign up and join as an Easy Lease agent or Easy Lease business consultant, you all will have the ability to see everything that goes on in the Wix back office for this website. So when someone submits a form, when someone comes on the website, it's going to notify you on your phone, on your Wix app, that you have a new visitor to the site. If they have completed a form, it's going to give you that person's name, their phone number, what they're there for, because in some of the forms they fill out, they have to list why they are there, why they are completing this form, why they're on Easy Lease as you go through here. Now, when that happens, you all will be able to respond to them right away, right through the app. Okay. Now, this is just like working at a car dealership. The first person that steps off the curb to a new customer that comes up, the first person that steps off the sidewalk to greet that customer, that is now that salesperson's customer. All the other salespeople know that, okay, that's their customer. they made the first move toward them. Same thing here. Everybody will get the notification the exact same time when people come to the site. The first person who responds to that person on the site by saying, thank you for visiting, Easy Lease. My name is Larissa, or my name is Michelle, or my name is Linda, or whatever the case may be. Okay, I am your Easy Lease agent. How can I help you? Now, what have you done? You've acknowledged yourself to the people who visit the site, so now they know that someone is there to help them. Because where co-op is falling short at, because I've been looking at the Facebook page, and they got a lot of complaints from people saying that they visit the site or they call them up and no one is there to help them. They're not getting feedback. When they go to the site and they sit in the submit form, no one is coming on saying, how can I help you? Or no one is helping them with navigating the site. No one is helping them with their sign-ups. No one is helping them do anything with truck availability or anything. That is where I don't want us to fall short at. That's why I'm making this opportunity available to everybody who is registered as a member of the National Dispatchers Network. If you are a subscription paying member of the National Dispatchers Network, you will have the ability or have the opportunity to become an Easy Lease agent and earn commissions. Okay, so the first person that responds to them, you are acknowledging to the person that you are there to help them, and you're acknowledging to all the other salespeople, because everybody's going to see your response. Everybody's going to see who responds to them on their app. And if you didn't beat that person there, guess what? That's not your customer. That's that person's customer now. Because they've acknowledged it. They recognize themselves as that person's customer. So now that is your customer. Now, it will be your job to walk them through the process. Okay? If they are there to lease a truck, you're going to walk them through this process right here. Easy Lease today. You're going to walk them through the process. Let them know that they got to register. And if they want to reserve their spot to Easy Lease, when the trucks become available or when the equipment becomes available, this is how they reserve their spot. They go through this and they register, they pay the 2 upfront fees, and now they have a reserved spot. If they are here to learn more or whatever case may be, they'll click on that, or they'll come down here and they will click on right here where it says contact us, where it has their name, first name, last name, the mobile phone number, the email address, and they have to fill out this message right here. It says subject. And they have to put a message in there, basically telling why they're here on the site. So you'll know if they're here to list a truck or if they're here to lease a truck, right? And by knowing that, you'll know which way you need to go to guide them into how to create their profile, load up their pictures, the photos of the truck, and all that type of stuff. Okay, you'll know what to do from there. We're gonna have a training night every week on Easy Lease for the agents. So we'll have training for all of you who opt to become Easy Lease agents. I'm going to pick a night in the week where we're going to have training. It's probably going to be a Wednesday night or a Friday night. Probably not a Friday night. A lot of y'all like to go out. I don't do clubs, so I'm not one of those type of people. But some of y'all may want to go out, and have a life. So it'll probably be a Wednesday night or a Tuesday night, since we don't do anything on Tuesday or Wednesday. So it'll probably be a Tuesday or a Wednesday night. Okay. It might be a Monday night. It may be added to our regular training that we usually do on Monday nights, which is franchise training. So that's probably when we would do it. All right. So but this is how you all are going to be able to help them out. Now, what is your commission that you'll be paid? You'll be paid 3 types of commission. Your first type of commission will be on the Easy Lease upfront fees, because every person who leases a vehicle with Easy Lease or rent a vehicle through Easy Lease, they only have 2 upfront fees. They have the Easy Lease acquisition fee, which is $1,500, the Easy Lease deposit, which is $1,500. The deposit, 80% of that goes to the asset owner. The acquisition fee, that comes to us on the administrative side. So you actually be getting Easy Lease consultants and agents are all paid 7.25% commission. So you'll get 7.25% of our 20% from that deposit. So if The deposit is $1,500. Do some stuff around. The deposit is $1,500 minus. I got so much stuff. I'm trying to figure out how to move this stuff around so I can actually do so. The deposit is $1,500 times minus 7 point. Oh, sorry. Y'all forgive me. Deposit is $1,500. Take that back. Our cut is 20%. Thank you. All right. So 300. So you'll get 7.25% of that 300. So there'll be 300 on the deposit. Your 7.25% will come off that 300 minus 7.25%. So it'll be $21.75 on that. Then we have an Easy Lease acquisition fee. Now the Easy Lease acquisition fee, that's $1,500, but that entire amount comes to us. So your 7.25% is based on that $1,500. So minus 7.25%. It's going to give you, oh, I did that wrong. 1,500 minus 7.25%. Okay, it's $108. So you got $108 plus what? That's $108 plus what? What was the other 7.25%? Does anybody remember what that was? 7.25% of 300. It was like $27, something like that. And do y'all remember what that was?
Like 25.
I missed it. I didn't.
All right. So remember that 108.75. But I know it was 300. I know it was 300 minus 7.25%. 21.75. So 21.75 plus 108. So your total commission on someone registering for the Easy Lease would be 21.75 plus 108. So your upfront commission will be $129.75. That's your upfront one-time commission on each person who registers and pays the upfront fees. Okay. Then you got your residual commission, which is going to be on the Easy Lease weekly payment. The average Easy Lease is going to run anywhere from $1,250 per week up to $1,900 per week. So you're looking at an average of about $1,650, about $1,600 per week is on average. So $1,600 a week minus 20%, which is our cut, which is going to be $320. So you got a residual. So that's $320 minus 7.25%. So you got a residual weekly commission of $23.20 on each active Easy Lease customer, on each one of your active Easy Lease clients. So as you build more clients, your residual goes up. So you get your upfront commission and you get your residual commission. Now there's a third commission, because part of what we do with Easy Lease is we're going to be showing people how to get qualified to build and buy their fleets, to buy trucks on lines of credit. And as an Easy Lease business consultant, your job is going to be going down the checklist. We're going to have a checklist in the back office for the consultants to follow when they're getting people ready, to get people ready for their lines of credit. It's going to be a checklist that you're going to have to go down. And it's going to include them getting their toll-free number through Grasshopper. So you have a link there to Grasshopper to show them how to sign up with Grasshopper and get the toll-free number. How to get their EIN number. It's going to give you a link to irs.gov for you to help them to get their EIN number. How to set up their business. It's going to have a link to all the states. Each state is going to have a link to each state's filing to or it's going to have a link to not each state, but to Rocket Lawyer, where they can file for their articles of incorporation, the LLC, whatever they need to do. And it's going to have a link to each state file if they want to do it themselves. Okay, it's going to have a link to that. It's also gonna have a section there that's gonna tell you all to make sure that they get their business bank account and how their business bank account needs to be set up. So you have a checklist for that. It's also gonna be a link that's gonna connect them to at least 7 social media sites: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. What's another one? With 5 to 7 social media sites, YouTube, what's the other one? And you're gonna have to coach them on how to set up their business pages on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat, on YouTube, all this other stuff. Because all that plays into a role of them getting approved, because they have to have an online presence. So you're gonna show them how to create an online presence, and then once they get that done, you're gonna check off that checklist. Another part of the checklist, we're gonna have a link to like 1-in-1 domains. So show them how to get their domain name and their email domain where they don't have a Yahoo or a Gmail or a something like that, because banks want to see that you have an actual domain email address, your name at your website's address.com or info at your website's address.com. None of this, Calvin Butler at hotmail.com or at gmail.com. None of that. Okay. So you have a link to that. And y'all gonna, when they get that done, you're gonna check that off. Some of the other stuff that's gonna be on the checklist. See, we got domain, web presence, toll-free number, email addresses, bank account, business bank account. All that stuff has got to be done. All right. So once all that's done, then they are ready now to go ahead and fill out an application for lines of credit. There will be financial institutions in your back office site that I have worked with in the past who do lines of credit. And now they'll be ready to submit their application to those lines of credit. Now, you are going to initially try to get them approved on their own. Most of them won't get approved by themselves because they won't have the revenue that's required on their 3 months bank deposits. Because every financial institution, when you're applying for a business loan, I don't know what type of business loan it is, 70% of their approval process is based on how much money they have that are being deposited into their bank account every month for the last 3 months, or every week for the last 3 months. They don't want to see 3 months of bank deposits into your business account. Now, that's where we come into play, okay? Because our goal is to have at least 250 active leases by the end of the year, okay? Which is probably about the time when you all have to get everybody going through a checklist. You're gonna take 6 to 8 months to get them to get all that stuff done in their checklist, which will be about the time we would have been operating now for about 8 months to a year. So our goal by the end of the year is to have 250 active leases through Easy Lease running through our site. Now, with that being said, the average lease is $1,600 per week. If we're doing 250 of those, you're looking at about $400,000 per week that is flowing through our bank account, through our business account. Why? Because the money's got to hit our account, and then we're going to be paying out 80% of that to the asset owners. Okay? It doesn't matter what we're paying out. All that matters is the deposits that are coming in when it comes to getting approved for lines of credit. Now, with that being said, because we have a pretty large amount of money that's running through our account, we are in the perfect position to co-sign for anybody who is a part of our network as a fleet builder or wanted to become an Easy Lease fleet builder to buy trucks and list them with Easy Lease. Okay, we should not have a problem with co-signing and getting them approved because we already have a 20% agreement in our terms of service, which makes us a 20% partner. And every financial institution recognizes 10% partners or better as legitimate co-signers. So as long as we are 20% partners, we are good to go. So we can co-sign for you all. Okay. Now, once that's done and they get approved for their 250, because what we are always going for is the magic number of $250,000 on the line of credit. Once they get approved for that $250,000 line of credit, 20% of that line of credit comes to us. $50,000. Now, you as the Easy Lease business consultant, 7.25% of that $50,000 line of credit is yours. So this will be your third commission form. So on that $50,000 minus 7.25%, you've got $3,625 line of credit. Okay, so that's how you're building your revenue. You have your straight commission, which is your one-time commission. It's going to be somewhere close to 129, 100 and some odd dollars. We'll say about 124, $129 or whatever the case may be. And then you got your your residual commission, which is another $23 or $25, $27, depending on what their lease payment is. And then you got your line of credit commission, which is going to average about $3,625 per person you get approved for their line of credit. So the more of these you do, the more of the clients you represent, and the more people who lease, the bigger your income grows. Okay, so you've got basically two forms of, one form of straight residual, one form of straight commission, and another form in a line of credit. Whew. Did everybody get that? Does everybody understand how that pay scale works? Okay. Yes. I've checked. I haven't seen any other pay plan like that, where they actually, when you actually can build line of credit through your pay plan. Okay, and that line of credit comes in handy. Trust me on y'all, it comes in real handy. I mean, if you help 4 or 5 people get their things on the lines of credit, then you're building your lines of credit, on top of each other, so you can easily build that 36 something up to almost $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in lines of credit. 36, whatever it was. If you help 10 people to get their
36.25. Yeah,
you get that 36.25. And that some of those lines of credit are going to be higher, depending on what they get approved for. Okay, because you're going to have some people who have good revenue because they have their own dispatch firm, already running, or whatever case may be, and they're going to have revenue already flowing through their bank already. And that combined with us co-signing, that's probably going to get them somewhere. Some people are going to get $200, $250, $300, even $400,000 lines of credit. Because lines of credit on the low end run $225,000 up to about $2 million. In case y'all didn't know, that's what business lines of credit run. On the low end, $225,000 up to about $2 million line of credit. Okay. So some people are going to get approved for larger lines of credit, but on the low end, $36.50 is going to be your cut on your line of credit. And if you can help, let's say 10 companies, in a year get their line of credit, that gives you $36,500 in a line of credit. Right? That's what you can access from our end. Going in and whatever you want to buy. Whatever you want to purchase, you can use your line of credit for just about anything. If you want to buy a car, you use your line of credit. You want to use it for a down payment on the home, line of credit. You got enough line of credit, you can use it to buy a home. You use the line of credit for just about anything. Okay? So there you have it. All right, that's on that end of it. Now let me show you all about this website. All right, here's the website. All right, you have the main site, which is easy.com, and from here you can do several things. You can check availability. They can come down here and they can fill out the easy. They can go ahead and reserve their easy lease by putting in their information, and then go ahead and paying their the easy lease acquisition fee and their deposit. Why easy lease with us? 24/7 roadside assistance plans. Keep 100% of your load fees, 90% less fees, because we charge 90% less fees than a regular lease. Most lease companies, they take anywhere from 18 to 30% of the load fees. Well, we won't be touching their load fees, so they keep 100% of their load fees. long as they're making their lease payment, we don't touch the load fees at all. Okay, that's one thing that sets us aside. Also here, excuse me, they can click learn more, get to know us, and that'll take them over to the About Us page, which I'll show you all that here pretty soon. 3 easy steps to easy lease. Check availability. Our national network of private truck owners is expanding daily, and they are eager to lease to you. They can click the check availability, and I showed y'all what that looks like. They can go ahead and reserve their truck. If they want to reserve their truck, they just pay those two, and they can reserve their truck. They click that, that'll take them over to the form that they need to complete to reserve their truck. And go ahead and pay those upfront fees. Excuse me. Oh. I spent a lot of time working on this stuff, so forgive me if I'm a little tired. Yeah, here's the form that they need to fill out. There's the checkout form. It's $3,000. That's the $1,500 fees. You click on that, it explains what that is. The administrative upfront fees, lease deposit, and lease acquisition fee. So they fill out that information right there. And then they can go ahead and click continue and take them over to another area where they put in some more information, and then they can go ahead and pay with a debit or credit card, and they can reserve their easy lease spot. If they want to, they can schedule a pickup. Let's schedule your easy lease pickup. Click that, and they click on the availability where they can schedule. Excuse me, they can schedule. This right here area says where can easy lease take you? So much to discover. This is basically where the asset owners are going to be putting their pictures of their trucks and stuff. I've created some blogs here that kind of give you an idea of how they'll be pictured. But I created blogs here that shows pictures and some little stuff about each picture, whatever case may be. But really, this is where the asset owners are going to be loading up when they load up their photos or the videos of their truck. They're going to be displayed in this area, and they're going to tell a little bit about their truck. We prefer them to upload videos. They can upload pictures, but we prefer videos. And that way, when you click on it, it'll take them over to that asset owner's their area where they can load up more pictures of their trucks and more videos, and tell about their trucks or whatever case may be. Okay, so that's what that is. All right, you can also go further down here, and they can look at what else they have down here. Go further down. What people say about us, and you have some stuff that people have said on YouTube about the easy lease process. When I was explaining that, there's Larissa Adams, what she said, Bex Bailey said that, so it just, it has an area that shows what people are saying about us. They can link to our Instagram page. That's us on Instagram. They can follow us on Instagram, and it loads up stuff from our Instagram page. And then down here, you've got your site map and your policies and all the other stuff. Our contact page, you got our information, a contact page. Down here, you got each of the menus from up top. And also, when you hit the About Us page, it pulls up the easy lease terms of service and the easy lease privacy policy. Now, this took a lot. This is what really took up a lot of my time in putting this together, because I had to create these terms of service and the policies. Private policies, this is legal stuff. All this stuff has to be in, when doing a website like this. If you're collecting people's sensitive information, and it's a lot of material, we have to put each time we update it, we have to let them know on the site when was the last time this privacy policy was updated. It starts off with, I'm not going to read this whole thing because there's pages and pages. It's just long. It's long. But it covers children's information. Lets them know that if you are under 16 years old, do not send any information about yourself to us on this site. So we can't, solicit stuff from anybody who is under 16 years of age. Information we collect about you, we have to tell you how how the information is being used, personal identifiable information. We have to let you all know what that is and how it's being used. Non-personally identifiable information. We have to let them know what that is and how that's used. And if we're selling it, how we use your information, it has to be in there also too. Disclosure of personally identifiable information, typical disclosures, that has to be there. Aggregations and depersonalizations. If we're using, if you're seeing about stuff in sweepstakes and how that works and how what we can use that for and what we can't use it for. Circumvention of security measures. We have to put our security measures in. Business transfers, have to put that in. Networking advertising, we have to tell you what type of information we can collect doing network advertising and what that's used for. User-generated content, choices about how we use and disclose your information, how our cookies work and all that type of stuff. Information you disclose to third parties, links to third-party websites, leaving Easy Lease site to a third-party payment processing through Stripe, data security, secure emails, operations of the site in the United States, changes to the policy, to this policy and how we have to notify you of that, contacting us, special notifications for California residents, your California privacy rights, and all our information on that. So it was a lot. So yeah, that was a lot. Then I had to do the Easy Lease terms of service. This basically outlines the agreement between us and anybody using Easy Lease. Okay. Skip down here, it says the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers Incorporated and its subsidiaries collectively, RBBS Transport LLC, Easy Lease, we or us provide an online commercial vehicle sharing platform that connects commercial vehicle owners, asset owners, known as asset owners, with CDL and non-CDL authority holders seeking to book, lease, or rent those vehicles. Those people are referred to as leasees. RBBS Easy Lease is accessible online, including at RBBSTransport.com, MyEasyLease.com, and LeaseMySemi.com, and as an application for mobile devices. The RBBS Easy Lease websites, blog, mobile applications, and associated services are collectively referred to as the services by accessing and using the services, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. Modifications, things like this and that. Skip down to fees and taxes, okay? All this stuff has verifications, how we verify people, background checks and stuff that we do or don't do. All right, fees and taxes. This is the most important thing, okay? The fees we charge for using the services and other cost structures will be itemized at checkout for leasees. That's for the people who are looking to lease a truck, rent a truck, or book a truck, whatever the case may be. Their fees will be itemized when they do their checkout, okay? Which I've already shown you what their fees are. That plus their lease fee. All right, you can verify the amount for your Easy Lease reservation at checkout before you submit your request. Asset owners agree to an RBBS Easy Lease service fee of 20%. We just got to talking about that, of all revenue streams, to include deposits, weekly lease payments, lines of credit, etc. When you provide Easy Lease a payment method, you authorize RBBS Easy Lease or third-party service providers acting on behalf of RBBS Easy Lease to store your payment credentials for future use in the event you owe RBBS Easy Lease any money. You authorize, it goes on to tell you about that. Make sure you all read this stuff, okay? Because I had to put all this stuff in, so I want to make sure you all read it. Okay, so make sure y'all go back and read that stuff. The other stuff on the site, this is basically how you navigate the site. All right, you can list your truck, easily list your truck. This is for those people who own trucks and you want to list them with us. You click here, takes you over to where you can list your truck. Tells you how to put your information in, list your truck with Easy Lease and earn thousands weekly. Start earning as much as $1,520 weekly. That's more than $6,500 a month per truck. Sign up, list your truck, and start earning. Put their name, information all in right here, and then they submit it, and it comes over to us, and you all will see that when they submit it. If you're an Easy Lease consultant, you will see this when they submit it. Easy Lease equipment, tractors. Okay, it tells you right here, want to lease this equipment, check availability. Tractors only are $1,000 to $1,500 weekly. Administrative upfront fees, Easy Lease application fee $1,500. It tells you about the frequency and how that's paid. Easy Lease deposit is $1,500. Tells you what that's for. It explains what that's for also too. Reserve your Easy Lease. Click there to go ahead and pay those 2 fees, and you can reserve your Easy Lease. Okay, so that's for the tractor only. You have a Easy Lease tractor and trailer. With trailers, it's going to be between $1,600 and $1,900 weekly on your tractor trailer combination. Same thing here. Easy Lease, deposit. How do you collect that? That's stuff, and you can click to reserve that also too. And then they have the Easy Lease box trucks. Now, box trucks are classified as non-CDL authority holders. You don't need a CDL to drive a box truck. Y'all did know that, right? Some of y'all,
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You don't need a CDL to drive a box truck. So those are considered non-CDL authority holders. Okay, box truck between $700 and $900 weekly. Administrative fee, upfront fees, $1,500. Same deposit, same acquisition fee. Okay, you have that, and then you have. You have dry vans, trailers. Then you have your trailers. Dry van trailers are going to run between $280 and $395 weekly. Same deposit, same acquisition fee. You have, those are your dry van trailers. You have flatbed trailers. We're going to run between $175 and $275 weekly. Same deposit, same acquisition fee. And you have your refrigerated trailers, which is going to run between $400 and $625 weekly on those. Same deposit, same Easy Lease acquisition fee. Now, we'll get to the more section. Easy Lease experience. I already talked about that. Frequently asked questions. We got some, the most frequent, and we'll be adding more frequently asked questions as people ask more questions. But right now, the main question that people are asking is, what kind of commercial vehicle can I list with Easy Lease? It tells you right here, semi trucks with and without sleepers, box trucks 10 to 26 feet in length and range from class 3 to class 7, 12,500 pounds to 33,000 pounds gross vehicle weight rating. What does Easy Lease, or how does Easy Leasing a commercial vehicle help me or my business? First, many of our customers don't have perfect credit or have a startup, which makes it difficult, if not impossible, to obtain financing to purchase a commercial vehicle. Secondly, leasing with Easy Lease, you can improve your credit score if you make timely payments. So we do report to the credit bureau. And most importantly, you get to keep 100% of your load fees, which greatly increases your revenue. Okay. Is there a big down payment or a lot of hidden fees associated with Easy Lease? Easy Lease has 90% less fees than the traditional commercial truck lease. There are only 2 administrative upfront fees. And talk about those right there. That's the Easy Lease acquisition fee and the Easy Lease deposit. Tells you what they're for and explains why those are upfront fees and administrative fees. And then, of course, the last one that we have on here is, what do I need to qualify for an Easy Lease? Qualifying for the Easy Lease is well, easy driving experience, time on the job, and credit are not an issue. With Easy Lease, all you need is a valid CDL or a valid license if you're a box truck, your authority, and insurance. Okay, so then all the other compliance stuff, it's on you to get. If you got other compliance stuff you need to get, because you're keeping 100% of your load fees. So the asset owner is not responsible for any of the compliance issues nor are we responsible for any of the compliance issues because we are not leasing you the vehicle, the asset owner leasing you the vehicle. Now, there's going to be a service, a documentation area here that you all are going to have access to as agents. So when you get someone who wants to lease a vehicle, you're going to be able to pull up a custom lease that you're gonna help them to fill out. That lease is going to be between the leasee and the asset owner. It's not between us and the leasee. It's between the leasee and the asset owner. So you all are going to help them fill that out and you know, get it filled out and DocuSign and everything, and that's basically it to get them out and into the lease. Question.
What question? If I have somebody that I'm bringing in to lease my particular truck, would I be able to go in if I'm an agent? Would I be able to go in and register that person so that they can get, you know, that particular truck?
So you're trying to say, can you get a commission plus get your easy lease? What's call it?
Like if I go, you know, like I'm out hunting for people to come and lease trucks.
Yeah. All right. If you are an asset holder, you can't collect an easy lease commission on your own asset.
Okay.
Because you're collecting your lease payment. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean that would really be a conflict to me. You know, you can't list your truck and then find someone to lease it and then get paid the commission on it too. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Now we may have to revisit that, but I don't think we're gonna be able to pay you on both. You're not gonna get it on both those.
Okay, I was just asking, 'cause, you know, if I go out and, you know, and get people, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm saying what you're saying, but that would be kind of excessive to allow the asset owners to get paid they get their lease payment and they get a commission from Easy Lease for leasing their own truck. No, you get a commission.
Or double dipping.
Yeah, yeah. That's a more appropriate term, double dipping. So
yes.
No, you can't double dip like that. But good try though. All right. Where we at here? Oh, frequently asked questions about us. Angel, what's wrong with you? My dog is so jealous. He's over here just whining because I'm not giving him no time, and he just whining. Okay, let me pet your jaw. All right, there you go. Now go play. Okay, go watch TV or something.
Kevin,
yeah.
It's Sophie on the line. Mm-hmm. I would like to be a part of what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. And I know that you're an excellent trainer, but I'm not, computer literate like that.
I understand.
So hopefully you'll continue on breaking it down like you do.
Oh yeah. Look, we're gonna have we're gonna have training for the Easy Lease consultants. We're gonna have dedicated training for you all like we have with dispatch. Okay? It's probably gonna be every Monday night or every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Okay. I haven't decided which night it's gonna be yet, but we're gonna have dedicated training for you all where we take y'all into the back office, showing you all how to get people, how to load up their photos and how to show people how to load up their videos and stuff, the trucks and everything, how to pull up the lease agreements and how to fill them out and how to send them through the DocuSign that we're going to have in the back office site where everything's going to be where you can send it to the person who is doing the lease and they can sign it. Then you can send it over to the asset owner, then they can sign it, and then they got their lease agreement, and then show y'all how to create the invoices and create them as reoccurring invoices and show you how to walk the leasees through to where they check the save my car for auto pay. So it becomes an auto pay thing for the first 3 months because the leases have to be at least 3 months long. They can terminate early, but they'll pay a penalty if they terminate before 3 months. Okay. The lease is going to be for 6 months, but they have to do at least 3 months in order to avoid an early cancellation penalty. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Then after 6 months, then they can just renew without having to pay a different deposit if they're staying in the same truck. If they decide to lease a different truck, then they have to do another whole deposit and acquisition fee, which means you get another whole commission all over again. Okay, for that also too. But yeah, we have training on that every Monday or Tuesday night. I haven't decided which one yet. Okay. The About Us page. Okay, about RBBS LLC tells a little bit how I got started and how we got started with this company. Since 2017, RBBS Transport LLC has provided owner-operators with great paying high-dollar freight. Our CEO and founder began his career as a Covenant Transport company driver in 2014, and 9 months later became a lease owner-operator. So as a commercial truck sharing marketplace leasing agency, we understand how challenging it can be to pursue your dreams of becoming an owner-operator, which is why leasing a vehicle with us is easy, affordable, and fun. Do you need a commercial truck or tractor trailer? Our Easy Lease program now provides the industry with the easiest and most convenient way to lease a commercial truck or tractor trailer. Driving experience, time on the job, and credit are not an issue. With Easy Lease, all you need is a valid CDL, your authority, and insurance. Our private asset owners are eager to lease to you. Our rates are affordable and our service is impeccable, and best of all, you keep 100% of your load fees. So browse our inventory, select a lease option, and let us help shift your career as a lease owner operator into high gear. Do you own a commercial vehicle? Want to earn thousands weekly? How would you like to own a fleet of commercial trucks and trailers to list year-round, quietly earning thousands weekly per vehicle? And that doesn't go anywhere right now, but I'm adding a page that basically explains it explains the Quiet Millionaires Network, and it will give you a link to join that group, the Quiet Millionaires Network. These are individuals who want to learn how to purchase semi-trucks and equipment and commercial equipment through lines of credit. Okay, so that's where that group of people are going to come from. So everybody within that group is going to be the people you all are helping to get their businesses ready to get them approved for lines of credit. Y'all got that?
Yes.
All right. All right. Our company headquarters is located here in Tallahassee, RBBS Transport LLC. My office is right down the street from close. It's close to where I live at. It's out there off Bannerman Road. I live. Let's see if I can pull it up. It's not letting me do the zoom in thing on this one, but I live Bannerman Road and is right here. I live off of this little circle called Foxglove. Where is it at? It's somewhere. There's Summerbrook, Meadows, Pines, Trail. I think this is it right here, right behind there. But anyway, that's where my little office space is out here. Got a little office space over there. But then I live like right over here off of Foxglove Lane. Come over here like a little roundabout circle. It's right in there somewhere. All right, but anyway, that's where it is. All right. What else we have? We went over the privacy policies, went over the terms of service. All right. So now, basically, when everybody comes to the site and someone comes to the site and they haven't created an account, you're going to show them how to log in. Okay. This is and I want each of you, everybody who wants to be a part of this, go log in. Whether you want to be a part of it as a asset owner, if you have assets, if you have a commercial vehicle you want to list, if you don't have a commercial vehicle you want to list and you want to become an asset owner, go sign up. If you want to lease a truck, go sign up. If you want to become a Easy Lease consultant, go sign up. Now, only those of you who are members of the National Dispatch Network, who are subscription paying members, will have the opportunity to become Easy Lease consultants. Okay. Don't call me up and say, well, I want to be an Easy Lease consultant, but I don't want to join your network. And guess what? You don't want to be an Easy Lease consultant. Hey, that's just how it is. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Hello? Thought somebody had a question. All right. So you're gonna be showing people.
I did. I was asking, is it open to sign up right now?
Yes, that's what I'm about to show you how to do right now. You're gonna click on here where it says log in. All right. It's pretty much the same way you signed up for the National Dispatchers Network, with slight differences. All right, it's gonna take you here. You're gonna sign up with your first name, last name, your email address. You're gonna create a password, and then notice this is checked. You have to answer this. I'm joining Easy Lease 2. You have to answer that. The reason why you have to answer that, because once you all become Easy Lease agents, when people come to sign up and they sign up, they're gonna tell you why they are here. That way you'll know how to deal with them as their agent. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, and I signed up, but I left that open, so I need to go
Okay.
back in there and complete that. Earlier today, I was hesitant. I said, "Is this where I sign up or not?" I'll go back in and perfect it. Thank you.
Yeah, either just send a message through the message board of why you signed up. Just say, whatever this and that, and then you're gonna put your phone number. Then you're going to hit submit. If you're already signed up, you're gonna hit log in. You're gonna hit login, which I'm gonna show you what it looks like here. I'm already signed up. I'm signed up twice on here, but let me see here. I think that's my login. Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. Once you're signed in, it's gonna show you a little profile picture up there and everything, this and that. Now, once you're signed in, you'll be able to get into your back office, maybe get into your, certain areas of your profile area. You can go to and look at your profile. All right, so you pull up your profile. Now, in here, when you get people logged in, and they in the end they're creating their profile, they can upload their picture. Okay. Down here, where you see where it says my truck or asset, this is where they're going to upload information about their trucks, if they're there to list an asset. Okay, if they're there to list their truck, this is where they're gonna go to load up the information on the trucks that they have to offer. They're gonna fill this stuff out, who they are and all this other stuff, why I joined Easy Lease. You're gonna put that in right there, and that's gonna be there. Then I have to say it's my truck. Now I have loaded up some stuff just to kind of show this off, but this is where they're gonna go. They're gonna click where it says create a post. They're gonna click that, and then they will be able to upload video or photos of their truck. They'll be able to type in, a phrase up here, 2006 Freightliner or 2006 Peterbilt, whatever this is that, or this Peterbilt is the one for you, or this Peterbilt is a workhorse, or this Volvo is smooth and easy. Put up whatever title that they want to put, right? Then they're gonna type in what they, all the stuff about their truck, their make, model, year, mileage, all that type of stuff. And then we prefer them to load up video. That's what we prefer. Now they can load up photos, but we prefer video. Right? Why do we prefer video? Anybody? Why would you want to prefer them to load up video? It's more eye-catching. Okay, it makes it a more attractive. It's going to get more eyes on their vehicle. It's going to get their vehicle leased out a lot quicker than just having the photos. Because if they can do a walk around on their truck, outside, inside, they're telling about the truck, what makes it special. This is that. When they bought it or whatever. What upgrades they made to it or whatever the case may be. Right? That is a lot more compelling than just someone just browsing through photos. Make sense? Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
And then once they finish that, all they have to do is just click publish. Okay. They click publish. This is what's going to create the inventory. This is how the inventory gets created. Okay, for people to go and look at all the available trucks and stuff. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So and so this is what you all are going to be walking those. You all are going to be walking them through this process. You know, go in and add your vehicle, put it here. Some of the stuff you might want to put in there. You know, don't put the exact location, don't put the address in, but let them know what city and state the vehicle is located in. This vehicle's in Charlotte, North Carolina. This vehicle, that way, when people are looking for vehicles in their area, bam, it's gonna pull up the vehicles in their area. Y'all got it? Does everybody understand that? All right, but don't have them to put their address in. Just put what city and state the vehicle is located in. Okay, and that'll give them a good way to us to build our inventory. Your bookings, that here with this is going to be all the people who have booked all the vehicles you have that are booked out already. So the asset owners will be able to keep track of their revenue, how many vehicles they got booked out, you know, that type of stuff. All right. And your wallet is just where you will put your payment information to how we're going to pay you. And you know, if you don't have anything, it's going to show right here that I don't have anything in my wallet yet. But you're going to save your your credit card or your debit card or your details so that we'll be able to pay you. Or when you go to purchase stuff in the service area, you'll be able to purchase it quickly without having to get your credit card out, you know, every single time. Because we're going to have a services area that's going to have stuff like factoring companies where you can get signed up with factoring companies, maintenance plans, 24/7 roadside assistance discount plans, tire discount tire services, fuel cards, all that stuff is going to be in the services area. Insurance companies, they can go and sign up to get insurance with, to get gap insurance and things like that. They're going to have that with that tracker that you put on the trucks. The asset owners will be able to go in there and they can order those trackers to put on their truck too. And the control module kill switch, we have it where they can order those too to go on their trucks. Okay, if they want to make it, you know, make the process more secure, make sure it gives them more control where they can monitor the truck where it's at all times and things like that. All right, so all that's going to be in the services area for them to go in and do that. That's why you probably want to have them to put their card on file, so when they give it to order that stuff, they don't have to be fumbling around trying to find it. You can just click on it and order. All right. Of course, you have your My Account area and profile, bookings, My Account, you know, and the settings and things like that. So this is basically it. This, I mean, it's, you know, it's not that complicated. Once you get the hang of it, I think it's very simple. You know, straightforward. People come and list their stuff. When they come on here, you all are gonna get the notifications, and just to show y'all what the notifications, the area look like. Let me go to my Wix site, and I'll show y'all what that looks like. What the notifications are gonna look like. Oh, all right. This is pretty much the back office area. This is how it's going to look to you all once you get into it. It's going to be on this one right here, Easy Lease. So when I send y'all the invites, your back office, the app on your phone, you're gonna download this app on your phone, okay? And you're gonna get notifications every time someone logs onto it. Someone go to someone right now go to leasemytruck.com. I'm sorry, leasemysemi.com. Just go ahead and how many of y'all want to go ahead and log onto the site, leasemysemi.com right now.
I'm there.
All right, you just logged on. All right, I just got a notice on my phone. You see it right there? I just got an inbox. I got a notice on my phone Easy Lease visitor 1477. Okay, so it should pull up on the site here pretty soon. I got another one, Linda Meadows. She just logged on. Let me check partner dashboard. We got another one. Easy Lease visitor 5470 just logged in from Detroit, Michigan. Who and who is that? Someone just logged on from Detroit, Michigan. But you all will get these notifications, as y'all can see here. You'll get these notifications on your. Another one just logged in from that Michigan, United States, MI, United States, Easy Lease 2914. Let me see here.
Yeah, that's Michigan. You know,
Yeah.
I saw the WRX Today app. Was that you? You didn't have it out earlier today, or you did? Because I saw it, but I didn't know if I
it's
should
out.
have
Yeah,
downloaded it.
Yeah, you can download the app now.
Okay, great.
Y'all can download the app. You can download the app. But I haven't sent y'all the invite to come on as contractors yet, though. So once you get in the back of you download the app, then I'll see you all the invites come on as contractors. Carolyn Duncan just signed in. And she here are all the people who are signing in. Carolyn Duncan and Linda Meadows are now site members. Somebody else just signed in from Belafonte, Pennsylvania. Someone else just came on from Belafonte, Pennsylvania on this site. Let me turn my notifications on. I'm sorry. That's why it's not showing up here. Turn my notifications on to my All right, now I'm gonna get all these notifications. All right, see, these are all the notifications now that's gonna be coming in. See up here with saying notifications, click on that, and it's gonna pull up your notifications. But your app, your phone app, they'll register on your phone app immediately. Okay, so as you see people logging on, and then from here, I can respond to these notifications, like this one right here. I got a whole bunch of them here. Let me respond to each one of them. This one is offline. Try to find one who's online now. Karen just sent in the custom sign up form. But this is what you all will be able to pull up. You be able to go to contacts. And you'll be able to pull up messages and forms, the inbox, and you'll get the site notifications. All right. See right here, here are all the Here's the activity as they come in. Y'all see that? Most of you all just did this, like 17, 17, 15, 15.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So this is how you all will get this on your phone. You get this on your phone, and you'll be able to go on your phone, and you'll be able to respond to people with certain things that I put in there. Like I put certain things in, like if I'm going to go ahead and respond to Linda Meadows right now, I've got some stuff that I've already put in our website. Thank you for visiting Easy Lease, and I hit that send. And Linda Meadows, you should have gotten that message that I just sent to you.
Okay, is that coming through Messenger?
It should come through your phone. Okay. How did you log on? With your computer?
No, I'm on my phone, on iPhone.
Okay, then if it's on your phone, then it's gonna come to your email because you're offline. Because you're not.
I'll slip over there. Okay.
Because you're not on the site right now. If you're on the site, it will pop up for you right there on the site.
I see it. Yes, it's here. Thank you.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
It should say thank you for visiting Easy Lease. However, we are not ready to commence operations just yet. We are expected to begin accepting Easy Lease reservations on Monday morning. And then I have another another prepared one that says our website is undergoing final constructions, and I just sent that to you too. So if I click on this right now, you'll see the messages that I just sent back to her.
Okay, yes,
I go to the inbox, and there it is right there. Y'all see, those are the messages that I just sent her. I do the same thing with Carolyn Duncan. So if I go here, pull her up, and then it'll tell you, that she's a member. She just joined, and see, she's a member. She just joined. She sent in a contact form already. I can go to the inbox, and I've got some pre-formatted messages. Y'all can see here. You click on that, and then pull up the pre-formatted messages. Y'all see those? These are the pre-formatted messages. Right, and you gotta do, you just click on use this, and you click send right there. This is how you all will be responding to customers or potential clients who are people who are logging on to the Easy Lease site. This is how you all will be responding to them. You can use the prefabricated messages, or you can type in what you want to type in. Now, if you're typing in stuff that's not prefabricated, if you're engaging them, one-on-one like that, please make a huge attempt to use correct grammar. Please make a huge attempt. Please make a huge attempt to be professional. Okay. In your responses. Because remember, you all are representing this site. Right. You're representing this company, and we don't want to fall into that category where people are online saying, "Man, those people are so unprofessional." That's right. Amen. Don't do that. Okay.
I'm a stickler for that too.
Now, I will be monitoring every message that goes through here. I won't be responding to all of them. That's why I'm bringing in the Easy Lease consultants, because I'm not going to be able to respond to all this stuff. That's why I'm offering commissions for you all to do that. And when y'all help them get stuff, then you get commissions. Okay. But I am going to be reviewing these messages. And if I see something that doesn't quite look appropriate, or is riddled with errors and grammar, misspellings, you're going to get a call from me. And we're going to have a conversation. Okay. You're going to get a call, and we're going to have a conversation. Okay. If it happens continuously, then you're not going to be able to be an Easy Lease agent. Okay. That's just because we have to maintain the integrity of the site. We have to maintain the integrity of this platform. Does everybody agree with that?
Amen. Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's basically it. This is Easy Lease. This is it right here. This is how you all are going to be able to do stuff in the background and help people out and get people's stuff loaded up and create the profiles for the inventory and everything. This is it. You all are going to be the hand behind the scenes that's making everything work. Do y'all see that?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, that's it. That's Easy Lease. So I hope. Look, I've spent a lot of time on this website. I hope y'all like it.
You did a great job. It looks splendid. It really does.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I did a lot of work on this site. I mean, a lot of work on this site. It was just, I can't tell you, very little sleep. So probably this weekend I'm gonna sleep all day Saturday night. I'm gonna probably go to bed early Friday night when I finally got everything done the way I wanted, because I still got to add the services page for the services and stuff, and all the services that are going to be in there. We're going to be receiving commissions for each one of those services. So let's say someone goes on and they get their factory, right? If Easy Lease cut is 20% and your client signed up for factory, guess what? You're going to get 7.25% of our 20%. Y'all see what I'm saying? If they sign up for a maintenance plan and our cut is 10%, you're going to get 7.25% from our 10% fee. Y'all see how that works?
Awesome. Yes.
So every service that we have in the services area, where they go and they add stuff, like when they order the tracking system, the tracking thing that goes on the truck, you're gonna get your 7.25% off that too. When they go and order, the kill switch, you're gonna get your 7.25% on that too. And anything that moves, that generates revenue for our site, and if your client is the one that's getting that or the one that is fueling that, you're gonna get your 7.25%. Okay, so that's how the opportunity works. Okay, so anybody who are members of the National Dispatchers Network, I'm going to be sending out a mass email and on Facebook and everything for all members of the National Dispatchers Network, and y'all are going to get an invite to join as Easy Lease consultants and Easy Lease agents. You're going to join as contractors, and you'll have that type of access to the back office, where you'll be able to download your app and you'll be able to go in and create your back office access, where you receive the notifications just like I do. Like when people go on site, I receive you're going to receive all notifications. You're going to be able to interact with them. And the first person that steps to a new person that comes onto the site, the first person that interacts with them and acknowledge themselves as their Easy Lease agent, that is your client. Okay? So,
yes.
Y'all be alert, be quick.
All right.
Because I know I can probably tell you right now a few of y'all who I know who are going to be on it, like white on rice. So just get ready for it. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for me. It's 10:20. That's going to do it for me. Look, I appreciate y'all for joining me. I'll see what's on YouTube right now. So there's 181. I got that many people on YouTube. Hold on. I got that many people on YouTube? Let me check this. No, we got 16 people watching on YouTube. Okay. I'm about to say, hey, look, I appreciate y'all for joining us. Look, am I on the same thing here again? Is this my live on YouTube? I think this is my live. No, I'm on the wrong channel. My bad. I'm on the wrong channel. I'm on the wrong channel. Here we go. Here's my live on YouTube. Yeah, this is my live on YouTube. All right. Yeah, there it is. It's still live. All right. Look, I appreciate y'all for sticking around. To our YouTube channel and watching our presentation of how to dispatch series and the updates on the Easy Lease site. Let me read some of the responses on here. What people are talking about Easy Lease. Deborah Spencer says, "Sweet. You better ask them about it." Wow. Hey, chick. Y'all just having a whole conversation. Stacy and Deborah and whoever it is. The nieces, great training class. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Drive Transportation Management Group company. You can get it notarized online. Yeah, exactly. The signatures, you can get online notarizations. Okay, there are places online where you can get your documents notarized online. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to take it somewhere and get it notarized. You can do it all right there online. Okay. Katrina Underwood says, "Wow, Easy Lease is awesome." Thanks, Katrina. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you on there as one of our consultants. Drive Transportation Management, 2175, whatever that is. Libra King, does the line of credit roll over? The line of credit, all right, the way lines of credit works, okay, will the agent be assigned an agent number? I guess I could, but when you log in, you have your login and you have your name, so I know who you are. Because once you approach a customer in the back office and you acknowledge yourself as their agent, we're gonna know who's dealing with who, because when you go to your back office and you create the invoice, because one of the agents, one of your things that you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to create the invoice to bill that leasee every week. Okay, you create that reoccurring invoice. Now, because you're in our contractors area, when you create that invoice, it's gonna say that invoice was created by you. And anytime money comes in, it's gonna show that that revenue or that weekly payment was generated by that, but it was accepted, but it was processed and accepted by you, because you're the one who created that invoice. So we'll know who's responsible for what, okay? Because the invoices are going to attach themselves to you. And if one of your customers buys anything, it's going to tell us what customer buys something, and you are always going to be forever attached to that customer. Does that make sense? Everybody? All right. But we can assign, agent numbers, if that would make it easier for you, but we're gonna know who's doing what. Will the agent be assigned an agent number? We can do that. Calvin, does this correlate with no, this does not correlate with Assurance USA. This does not correlate with Assurance USA. This is something totally different. Larissa Adams, amazing. All right, so there we have it. Look, everybody, I thank you all. I appreciate you all. If you want to take part in Easy Lease, all right, if you want to take part as an Easy Lease agent, you're going to have to be an active member of the National Dispatchers Network. Okay, that's just how it is. Okay, I mean, you have to be an active member of the National Dispatchers Network. That's just what it is. All right. So there you have it. I hope y'all liked it. Hope y'all get behind it. Starting Monday is when the site goes officially live. I am creating a Facebook event to take place on Sunday, this Sunday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to create that event tonight and post it on Facebook so people can announce their intentions to attend the event. And it's going to be our official launch for Easy Lease. It's going to be Sunday night, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The site is going to officially start taking clientele. We'll start registering people before then. People can log on now and join the back out and join the membership site and everything. Oh, I forgot to tell you about there was another part of Easy Lease where you can join the groups, the different groups that we have in Easy Lease. One moment. We have different groups within Easy Lease that you can join. Wait. The groups that you're going to be able to join is one is the Quiet Millionaires Club, and the other one is for the asset owners. Form submission groups. Here we go. Here are your groups on Easy Lease. Okay. We have two groups. One is for asset owners. When people come on and they say that they have a truck that they want to list, you all, their agent, is going to add them to the asset owners group. You're going to go back and you're going to add them. You're going to click where it says add members, and you all will be able to add them. For those people who come on and they say, well, I want to build my fleet and I need help. I want to build a fleet and I want to get qualified for lines of credit. That is going to be the Easy Lease Quiet Millionaires Network. Those people that announce that they want to do that, you're going to be added to this group, the Easy Lease Quiet Millionaires Network. This is the group of people that you all know that you all, when you put them in this group, you know you're going to be, these are people that we've got to work with to get them ready. That checklist we talked about. These are people who you're going to go down that checklist with and make sure to get all that stuff done so they can get ready and qualified for lines of credit. So these are going to be the two groups that they're going to be in. You all will be able to see this once I send you all your invite as contractors, and you'll be able to go in here and click on groups, and then you'll be able to go there and add people to those groups. And I'll add, be adding people to them too. But when your clients come in and they say, I have a truck that I want to list, they're automatically going to go into the asset owners group. If they also say, well, I want to build my fleet, I want to learn how to get, qualified for lines of credit, they're also going to go in the Easy Lease Quiet Millionaires Network. Everybody got that?
Yes.
All righty. All right. What y'all think about it before we go?
Superb.
All right.
Outstanding.
All right.
Epic.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's a lot of work into this. I mean, it's a lot of work.
It shows.
It's a lot of work.
Very diligent. Yeah.
I mean, there was a time when I said, man, I might have bitten off more than I could chew. But but I had to do 3 renditions of the website, and it was like, oh my God. So I finally got it kind of, I got it the way I wanted it. I got it the way it represents, and it gives the imagery, the professionalism,
Yes.
just the way I wanted it, to where it would hold up to just about any other site out there that's trying to do similar things, everything, what case, but I wanted this to really stand out. I wanted this to really stand out, and I wanted it to be really, really, really professional. And I wanted it to be something that people could navigate and look at and say, oh, I like this. I want to be a part of this. So, all right, everybody, let's make this happen. Let's make this thing go viral.
Amen. Yes.
One of the things that I'm going to be asking you all to do, I'm going to be creating sponsor ads on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I'm going to be looking for ad sponsor partners. If you all want to come in and co-sponsor ads with me, hey, let's make it happen, because this is as much your business as it is mine. So on the co-sponsor ads, when you come in and say, okay, I want to be Calvin, I want to co-sponsor ad with you. Okay, we say we're doing an ad. Let's say we're going to do $30 a day or $30 a week, because Facebook co-sponsor ads, sponsor ads are really cheap. They're really cheap. Okay, you can do, like, say, I want to spend $50 a week, right? Then okay, we'll co-sponsor. You put up 25, I put up 25, right? And we co-sponsor the ad. Now, when we co-sponsor the ad, if you want to go ahead and get your own toll-free number, or if you want me to get you a toll-free extension of my toll-free number, I can do that. And then the number that they call to contact would be your extension. Y'all got that? Or the email address that I set up for you, such and such and such at leasemytruck.com, or such and such at myeasylease.com. That email address will be listed, so when people respond to the ads, they're responding to your email address or your and you'll also be able to get to see the ad activity. Like how many people clicked on it, how many people did this, that, all that type of stuff. So that's what it means to co-sponsor ad. Okay, so if you're co-sponsoring an ad, I want to make sure that you all reap the benefits from co-sponsoring that ad. Make sense?
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
All right. So yeah, because look, we want to make this thing go viral, and it's going to take more than just me, doing advertising and whatnot, because this is as much going to be you all as it is for RBBS. All right. With that being said, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to probably give me some coffee or a bowl of cereal or something, because I haven't really eaten anything. I've just been, doing this right now. But I'm going to call it a night for the training and for the updates on the Easy Lease site. I hope y'all like it. I hope y'all get behind it. Share. If you want to be a part of this, if you've been on the fence about joining our platform, this should give you every reason to join our platform if you want to take advantage of this opportunity as an Easy Lease agent and an Easy Lease business consultant. Look, everybody, thank you all. I appreciate y'all. Let's try to make this happen. Let's try to create more opportunities, and let's just try to pull together and do some positive things out there in the industry. All right, everybody. See you all later. I'll see most of you all next week for our next training session, which is on Thursday. And I'm going to have a live event on Sunday at 2:15 p.m. All right.
Peace out, everybody.
Y'all have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.